Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. Actually, the last episode of the year for the Ooh Ladies First panel. Make sure you guys are coming into the video and you are liking and you're also subscribing to all of our channels. Okay. Are you ladies ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Let's do it. What's going on? Woo! We is here. We're in the
Yeah.
building. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Can y'all believe
Great.
Christmas is like next week? It don't feel like it, but it's on the way.
Yeah. The Christmas trees are outside. I'm not participating the way I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
and
feel
that's
that.
just, it's just, I haven't even really been on the music like that, like I normally do. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I'm still in a good mood. Like I'm not
Yeah.
upset or anything. Lyric bought me a big ass tent that I really
Oh,
wanted. And it's like one of them really nice, like inflatable ones. And it's got like the windows, like, cause I'm obsessed with camping TikTok. So I watch like this Asian girl pull this shit out of her Jeep and set it up in
Oh, that's
snow.
perfect.
Yes. And he even got like the little heater that you put in there and it goes through a hole through the top of the tent and all of that, girl. It's so cute. Like, oh my God, I can't wait.
Where were you in the
that's
tent
what's
in the
up.
backyard? Because I saw you post and
Yes,
you
I
were
have
okay.
a smaller tent that I had like, set up just to see how I would feel sitting out there and being out there a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And girl, the other night it was like 32 degrees outside. Me and this nigga outside freezing our ass off in a fucking tent watching shit on a projector screen. It was ridiculous, but we had
I
such a good
love
time.
that.
I like
Okay.
that though.
We had a good
I
time.
love that idea. Actually,
Yeah.
So he
smoking
got
under
a
the stars potentially.
yes, and that's why I wanted it because I wanted to be able to be outside for New Year's Eve to watch the,
Yes.
fireworks, but from my backyard. And so now
Mm-hmm.
we have the bigger tent. And I feel like we really gonna be like outside in the backyard on New Year's Eve, and it's gonna be real cute. And I'm
It
excited.
is.
That's real
That's
cute.
gonna be nice.
I love that. I'm the type of person who would have put my tree up November 1st, but I was moving, so I put my tree up on the 19th,
Okay.
November 19th. But yeah, I'm ready.
Do you keep it up for most of the year too?
I take it down probably the second week of January.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
don't like
about
to
right.
I don't like it to touch February.
Yeah. Sounds about right. My homegirl still has her tree up. And it's really nice though. It's like a big old all these different ornaments and stuff on there. And I get it. I get why she doesn't take it down because then she got to put this big tree back up and do
Yeah.
all of that. But it's super cute. Um okay. So first thing, we have some church announcements. Okay, real quick. You guys know that we are looking for a social media assistant as well as an event operations a person. So know that we have been receiving resumes. We have not looked at the resumes yet. We will be reaching out to you guys within the next 2 weeks. So be looking out for that. We do appreciate you all for being interested in sending in your information. So thank you so much for that. So definitely be on the lookout. Is there anything else that and if there's anybody else that, has not sent in theirs and was trying to get it in, here is the information. Definitely send your information over to the oohladiesfirstpanel at gmail.com. Okay. All right.
Oh my God, they're losing their shit over the layout again.
Yeah.
I pinned the link at the top for the main view. So you should be able to click into that one and see the full thing. Okay. I see somebody saying, "Why is it so small?" You might be on the mobile one. You should be able to click on that link at the top.
Yo, I can't get the fucking song out my head. I have not actually listened to it, but it's in my head. That what do the lonely do
Mm.
at Christmas? Like I swear I hate it. It stays in the back of my head. Time to be jolly. How can I be jolly when I have nobody? It's oh my God. I hate sad Christmas songs, but I also
Really hate
love
Christmas
them.
music.
Yeah.
Christmas music. I don't know why.
Black
I
Christmas.
mean, I like Jingle Bells, and then I
Uh-huh.
like the. I'll tolerate the This Christmas, but outside that, I don't really like. I don't like Christmas music. I don't know why.
Really?
This song is not a song though. It's a song like about somebody during Christmas, but it's a sad ass song. Okay, niggas say
Who's about?
it's the I think it's the is it the Emotions? It might be. It's because it's a one of them old groups, but the song is "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas?"
At Christmas,
And
yeah.
it's a fucking banger, bruh. And then there's another one that Marvin Gaye did. That's another banger. I do anything to see a little Christmas tree. Y'all help me in the comments. Y'all know that song.
I don't know if I've heard that one. Oh yeah.
Y'all seen that movie? Playing in the snow. Y'all seen the movie that's on, I'm sure.
Somebody said they love that song.
Yes, the Marvin Gaye one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Nah, the Black Christmas songs, like, they be good.
I feel like people aren't in the Christmas spirit to me because I have not heard Let It Snow by Boyz II Men. I just feel like I would be seeing that on my timeline a lot. And I'm not.
Yeah.
I like the however many days of Christmas a Destiny's Child one.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I like that one. And then the TLC, what's that? Very Merry Christmas.
And a happy new year.
Oh man. All the throwbacks are, man, we don't got no good music for real nowadays, do we?
No. And you know why?
Why?
Cause niggas don't beg women no more.
There's no yearning.
Yeah, no longing. There's no longing because all of them feel like it's gay if you long for a woman or act like you like a woman too much, which is the craziest it's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But it's what Black and white men are both mimicking the same thing. That acting like you like a woman too much apparently is gay. But because of that, they they don't have no. Yeah, there ain't no soft, ain't no longing, ain't no like, bitch,
I like them
do anything
soft.
for it.
I like mine to be chalant over me. That's why I be saying, like, I don't know why, but when I say this, people don't understand what I mean when I say I like a dude that's very fine, but a little lame. And I don't mean that he's actually lame. I just mean that he don't really care about the opinions of like trying to look cool. Yes.
And
the
now they call
validation
them
of others.
simps.
Yes.
And that's what they used to be when I was growing up. Simps were men that was running behind other men. Like, what kind of weak ass shit is that? That's what we used to think. Like, because you're letting another man dominate you. So that would make you weak. Doing it for your woman is doing it for you, essentially, is how it used to be translated to me. I don't know what all of the niggas are on these days. But yeah, no, everybody be mad at me for saying that people are gay, but it is like seemingly more of a problem that a lot of you niggas apparently are gay because y'all don't know how to long for a hoe. Thank you. Okay? Nobody's macking. And I need y'all to mac. I need y'all to beg. Like, bitch, I need you to be in the desert like Jodeci. You know what I'm saying?
In the rain.
Been hours since you've been gone. And that's too long. So come back home. Like, it's really crazy. But the way he sings it, I'm fine with it.
Who got a Christmas playlist with the throwbacks? Y'all might have to share that list.
For real.
I'm sure probably Spotify if you just type in Black Christmas. So just type in Black Christmas.
Y'all got me. Okay, so now my question is this. What group would we say begging died out with? Who was the last male group to like really beg us for our love?
Jagged Edge.
I was gonna say Day 26.
I was gonna say
because I feel like Day 26 try to bring that back.
I feel like Jagged Edge was right at the end. Like Drew Hill was already done, so I feel like Jagged Edge might have been like the end of that. And then he tried to have the Day 26 situation, but to me, it didn't hit the same. Like, it didn't go radio like Jagged Edge used to be. You know,
good luck charm.
Meet me at the altar.
Promise. Oh my god.
Oh yes, they got a concert coming up. I think Jagged Edge and Drew Hill may be a part of it.
Yeah,
I need to see.
I think you're right.
112 killed it because of Peaches and Cream, but I'll never forget.
112 that's coming up with Jagged Edge.
About eating coochie. Thank you, Peaches and Cream. You know what I need because my face.
Wow.
Like, that's the type of energy we need. You niggas are not like craving to eat coochie in the same manner you used to, and it's upsetting me and my homegirls. Y'all get that together.
Yeah, I think social media may have
Ruin niggas.
yes, ruined music and all of that. Um, okay, we're talking about guys and them no longer begging and stuff. But also, as much as they're not begging, I feel like some women are coming more into their self-awareness to where they not gonna let people play on their top like they once used to. And I really want to play this video from this young lady because it might be an educational moment for some. And I just want to go ahead and let us check out some things that she had to say.
Self-awareness actually killed dating for me. Like, actually made it a lot harder. And not because I don't know how to receive love, but because now I recognize what love isn't. Like, I can see the difference between effort and performance. I can see the difference between somebody being consistent and somebody being convenient. Between somebody being interested in me versus interested in how I make them feel. That's what changed. The bar didn't move higher. My clarity just got sharper. And clarity kills delusion. So now I notice things I used to ignore. I notice when a man is only consistent at the start. I notice when he only communicates when it benefits him. I notice when the connection is surface level, but he keeps me close because I feel safe or I feel good to him, or like, you know, a good girl, whatever that may look like. And I don't make excuses for that anymore. My self-awareness won't let me romanticize potential. It won't let me confuse somebody breadcrumbing me for effort. It won't let me sit in situations that drain me just because they're familiar. And it's not that I'm nitpicking, it's that I've done the work. And when you've done the work, you can feel it when someone hasn't. You can feel the emotional immaturity, the lack of self-regulation, the absence of real communication, of knowing how to really communicate. And the old version of me would have overlooked it. It would have tried to fix it, because that's me, right? It would have tried to pour more in to try to keep the connection. But now, baby, I definitely have been choosing peace over potential. Self-awareness did not make me cold. It made me careful. It made me honest about what I feel, what I need, and what I damn sure won't settle for again. And I think that clarity has cost me a lot of situations that I used to pray for, but it's also protected me from everything that would have broken me. So now it's made the pool a little bit more shallow, because there isn't a lot of options. There's not a lot of ready-made options, or like apparent options when you've hit this level of self-awareness. I can't just do shit for the plot with no purpose. I can't. My brain, physically, I can't will myself to unsee the delusion. I can't do it. Self-awareness ruined dating. Self-awareness.
I think that's very good. I feel very proud. I think that might be a focal for a lot of people as they go into 2026, to let less people play in your face, because you're more self-aware. You got that clarity, you know, save yourself a lot of, I feel like, lonely nights and crying all over the place and stuff, because like she said, she chose peace. Like, she just really enjoy her own company. And sometimes when you really enjoy your own company, I think it's very, very difficult for anybody to just come on in there and play in your face.
Yes. I think also because like you realize how much people are upsetting your peace, which was like a thing for me, like realizing, oh, when I'm not around you, my heart rate isn't up. Like,
Right.
you're not playing games with my fucking feelings and my emotions and shit. I don't, you know, I used to always say I can just go home. You know what I mean? And it was because it's like I could tell whatever it is you're doing, it's having a negative effect on my anxiety levels. And once you realize that shit, like the games that people play, these like little stupid ass comments, like that negging shit, once you realize how that shit just kind of slowly drags you down and makes you feel bad, yeah, the less you are likely to want to deal with that shit from people. Because like, I'm not about to go through this shit with you. I already know what this is about to be. Get out of my face.
Yeah, and I would say I'm smiling so hard because I'm laughing because this is very relative because I'm just thinking like, yep, to everything she was saying. Anyway, I feel like she's able to clock all this stuff because she did the self work. I feel like she brought out a good point when she said if things weren't right or if something felt unsettled, and I'm paraphrasing what she said, she would pour more into it to try to get out what she wanted. And I feel like majority of women do that because it's like, oh, you would be perfect if you just did this. So if I can get you to change, then we could keep this thing going. And I seen this thing on TikTok and the girl said, don't change the nigga, change niggas. I think I said this last
I
week.
saw that too. I saw that
And-
too.
And that's literally all I be trying to say, because like once you and the thing is, that doesn't mean that love is out of the question for you.
No.
That just means that you should move on. And like that's not you need to be able to clock shit and then move on accordingly and just leave it at that. So I think once you do the self work, it's easier for you to X people out. But I love that she said that, because I couldn't agree more. Like,
Right.
you start to notice things very early on once you're like, okay, next.
For sure. And I feel like what she said applies to more than just like relationships, like with a significant other or whatever. I mean, I think it qualifies for some jobs. Okay. You become more self-aware with that, what you will and will not tolerate, and friendships too.
Yeah.
So I think she's on point with that. And then she
sure.
looks pretty young. So shout out to her for coming to that awareness much sooner than a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know.
The people
I
pleasing
also
thing
say
stays with you.
this. I didn't realize. I just think it's very interesting how women are taught to like yearn a relationship. Period.
Oh yeah.
I think it's
Once
reinforced
you-
in so many ways.
So many
Yes.
ways. You ain't got a man. You ain't got a little boyfriend. When you gonna get married? When you like?
You
Oh
can't go to the nail shop without them asking.
fucking God.
But the thing that I think is so fucking funny is once you actually start dating and canceling niggas faster, you realize that a lot of these people that have these relationships and marriages are settling and marrying the ones that really ain't shit.
And they don't like each other. Not for
Yeah.
real. They really don't like each
Mhm.
other. And they be
Yep.
mean to each other. Like,
And then once you
Yep.
realize that that's what's out there, the desire to be attached to someone doesn't grow stronger. It's kind of just like a nice to have, because you
Yes.
don't necessarily want what other people have, because you already know what's out there.
exactly.
Mhm.
It's been wild. It's been a nice little 2025.
Good.
Yes.
Good. I think that was a good starting point. Okay. So let's see. As we talk about people not playing in your face, right? I want to get to this because I want to get y'all thoughts on this right here. Is ghosting people a sin? Check this out.
Is ghosting sinful?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because we are people created in God's image who are worthy of dignity and respect. And when
that
we
lesbian
ghost people,
lady?
we just leave a friendship or a relationship without communicating to them that we're leaving, maybe even why we're leaving. We aren't loving them well. We aren't treating them as someone who is worthy of dignity, honor, and respect.
Why did you ask that question, Paige?
Because when she was talking about just that process of reconciliation and boundaries and all the things, I thought about how I think this is a thing for me, and it's common for me to not want to do all of that. It's just bye. I've learned that from how I was raised in St. Louis, because to even have the conversation, you have to even confess weakness. So it's easier for me to ghost you because that feels strong when it's actually not. It shows how emotionally immature you actually are. And so I just wanted to ask the question because I think a lot of friendships could persevere past these things if we're willing to do the work.
Yes.
I think some marriages could be healthier if we were willing to do the work. But I think when we give up, we potentially give up the joys that could come on the other side of these kinds of things. Is ghosting?
I think she has some good points, but I also feel like the element that's missing is how much people may have already tried. And then you're left with no choice but to ghost, because now that self-awareness and that clarity then came in, like I no longer have the time and the space to communicate with you how I used to. And for my sanity and anxiety, I have to, this is the best thing for me, because I also feel like with what they're saying, it's like you're operating from what's beneficial for them. And sometimes that gets you tied the hell up when you so worried about other folks. It's like, what's beneficial for me? Like what I need to do? What's going to save me? I might have to ghost you.
I think two different things are
Versus
happening.
Ari.
Two different things are happening. Jackie would ghost you because Jackie ghosts the girls that she fucks.
This is okay. Say it. Jackie is this girl that's talking right here.
With the locks.
I
Okay,
believe
because
so.
I'm trying to hold my tongue because it's
Yeah.
a lot of
Thing.
conflicting things going on.
Everybody's already talked about it. Jackie's in denial. She's delivered.
I'm
She's
hollering.
going to punish herself, for being gay. And we're just going to have to deal with her doing that. That's why she was somewhere recently telling children that, they deserve death. So yeah, Jackie's not well. But to
Yeah.
me, the other woman is coming from the standpoint of, you just dropped me without any explanation. I'm confused. Jackie is coming from the standpoint of, I dropped you because I don't want to have to explain, because I'm also confused. Okay. Like, so for me, I feel like people are not always old conversations.
Mhm.
You don't always have to have conversations. To me, the lack of conversation is enough conversation. But I also feel like I can understand why it is immature sometimes to just walk away from people without explaining what the fuck just happened, because that has happened to me. But I receive it, because at the end of the day, I'm not about to chase you about it. And if you don't have the capacity to have a conversation, then we obviously can't do nothing, right? Because you can't have a conversation. So you just let me know everything I need to know. I don't try to change people from being how they are. I just see how they are and move accordingly. That's
Yeah.
So for me, I understand where Jackie's coming from. The other girl is living in, I'm still the one being hurt. I'm disempowered. And so my
Yes.
way of handling being disempowered is trying to shame the person that hurt me, because that's supposed to make y'all be different. No. That's not how it works. But yeah.
But what's also irritating, okay, I ain't want to say it, but since you've already said that she date women, let's start there. Let's consider the messenger and the message that she's trying to, spread out. The message that she's trying to spread out, I feel like, is to mentally brainwash yourself to suffer in order to avoid sin. And that's what they do with women. Like, you should suffer. This man is treating you wrong. But if you sit, somebody said it this week on Married to Medicine. We've been together 20 years, but by year 30, he might do right. But what if he don't?
Right.
So they're like, oh, y'all are calling it quits too early to see the joys of blah, blah, blah. What if you just chose wrong? What if the struggles that you're going through could have been avoided if you had the opportunity to choose right and think on your own and not go with the societal pressures that they're trying to spew? And it's also interesting coming from the messenger, because I have to ask, like, the lady is very masculine presenting. So
Yeah.
I wonder what internal conversation she has with herself about sexuality.
Oh, she's torturing
Like-
herself. She's torturing
like,
herself. Like every day.
I-
Every day.
Right. I just
Every day.
I'm just curious. So and I'll say firsthand, I'm good on ghosting. I really am. I'm good on ghosting. But it's never my first option. I'm good on ghosting after I've attempted to have a conversation.
Yes.
And the conversation has not gone anywhere, or you refuse,
Yeah. I tried.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's where I'm at with it. Like, I always offer up a conversation. And if you don't see it how I see it, I'll cut my grading off, like Kendrick Lamar said. I started fucking one of my best friends this year. And she claimed I ghosted her ass. I gotta choose me, Lucius. So that's where I came from. It was a guy I was dating. And I explained to him, like, we talked on an irregular cadence. He was one of the guys like, oh, I ain't doing nothing, let me hit you up, something like that. So then eventually I'm like, I don't know you like that. Like, he would want more. Like, oh, why don't we go do this? I don't know you. I don't talk to you like that. Like, it's cool. Let's just stop. Then talk to him. That's not ghosting. I told you what it was. So I'm a proponent of communicating how you feel. But if that doesn't land the way that you would have hoped, you can also leave. You don't need to suffer through anything to see what's on the other side. That's stupid.
Absolutely true. I also think that with ghosting, sometimes it may be better to ghost than to have an argument.
Yes.
I know I reflect back on an argument.
Big on that.
And I wish that I would have just ghosted. Because I feel like, should you guys come back together, it's easier to have a conversation and reflect on things, and because I would think you've grown and matured more at that point to have the proper conversations at a later time versus arguing and then somebody says some stuff that you may feel like is unforgivable. I'll never rock with you again,
That's what
ever.
I'm saying. But I'm the person that would do that, which is why if I offer peaceful communication in round 1, there is no round 2, because in round 2 you gonna hate me because I'm really gonna hurt your feelings. Like you gonna want to fight me. So for the sake of, you know, me not having to defend my character after cussing you out down to the ground, let me just remove myself. So that's what I do as well. So I think that ghosting is sometimes the right thing to do.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think so.
I'll back away from a situation like Homer Simpson so motherfucking fast, bitch. Like, what
Like,
do
you
you
know
mean?
what? Let
And
me not get myself out of character. And that's
No,
also
and
somewhere
that's
in the
it.
Bible.
No, but that's exactly what it is. Like, cause I feel like there have been situations where I was like, I'm about to really hurt this person fucking feelings. Like,
Mhm.
I'm about to really hurt your feelings, ho.
Yes.
Like, you just lucky you didn't talk to me that day at that moment. And by the time I had, you know, time had gone on, like the maturity kicked back in. And I was like, bitch, I'm not about to upset myself again. Now I ain't mad no more. Now I don't want fucking talk. I don't want you to take me back up here. And then I realized, because that's what the fuck you want anyway. That's what you want anyway. For me to come to you and curse your ass out so you can feed off my energy and all of that weird ass shit. Nah, bitch, I'm gonna starve you out. Starve you out. I love
Leave you out to dry.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite thing now. And I don't know why I didn't realize it sooner, because I had one moment in childhood that should have let me know like how powerful walking away from people is. And high school, like a girl just really did not like me for whatever reason. And I don't know why, because she would be cool with me sometimes and then beef with me other times. Her and a whole bunch of girls roll up on me at lunch. I'm on the stairs minding my motherfucking business, y'all. I'm eating my lunch. I only, you know what I'm saying? I'm solo dolo for the most part. Bitch, I'm chilling. Walk up on me with all of these girls. You need all of this fucking backup to talk shit to me, right?
Oh
Going
no.
off. Look what I did, bro. I did this. And then I just turned around and walked away. She was screaming at the back of my head.
Because she
And when
looks so dumb.
yes, and I didn't even turn around because I wanted you to know, not only do I not give a fuck, but I'm also not really scared. So I'm about to walk off with my back turned to you. And she was still running her mouth. And the only reason I knew she was still running her mouth is because I could hear her when I got halfway down the damn long ass hallway at Xavier Preparatory School on the 2nd floor. Okay. So yeah, I was just like, oh my God, the power in that moment that I knew what you were trying to do. And you didn't get it. And I was just like, oh my God, adults really do give you good advice sometimes. And then I just started listening. And, life has been a little easy ever since. Because, sometimes older people do be telling you, the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And we also got to realize that negative people, they rely on people like, oh, let me just suffer to see the outcome at the end. They rely on those moments of people who won't, like, there are people who will just exhaust your energy, even if in the end you have a positive intent to see something good. They don't. So at some point,
Secret haters.
Yeah, secret haters.
People
Those
that want
types
to
of
fuck
things.
you. Because now that I think about it.
And that's just not for relationships either. Like anywhere, there are people who will drain you, black hole conversations, and you have to
Yes.
just
Oh my
get
God,
up and walk away.
you could feel like energetic. Like if you just sit in your body while they're talking to you, you could feel like the energy pull. Oh my God, it's so terrible.
Yeah. So ghost by all means. But if you ghost and things are good, like somebody else said, that's weak as fuck.
Yeah.
If you just ghost when things are good, that's very, very weird.
Yeah, that sounds like self-sabotage.
Or that
If
back
things are
off
good.
shit. Y'all remember that one? I said all that back off shit. Y'all remember that one bitch? I talked to, lesson. And then we talked, and then it got a little bit less. And then I was like, bitch, you playing with me. So I just stopped talking to the motherfucker. Like, oh no, you about to take this walk on me. And then later on, bitch, you mad at me talking about you stop talking to me. Is that right?
Manipulation. Let me drain some more of that energy and act like we stopped talking because of you, not because of me.
Like,
right. Well, that was a great segment. Another educational moment.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right. I want to get you guys' thoughts. And I'm wondering, how do I want to ask this? When should the opposite sex ask for, let me see.
You got me
When should a
nervous.
woman ask you permission to utilize your partner's strength?
Oh
That makes sense.
yeah, I know about this.
Let's just
Yeah.
check this out.
Do you want us to wait? Or you want
Yeah, let's play it real quick.
Y'all, I'm in Kroger, and you would not believe the audacity some people have. Me and my husband are in the shopping. My husband, the baby. Mr. Baby, the baby. We in Kroger shopping. We on the aisle now. I'm looking at stuff, and this woman is with another woman, and she's like, "Sir, excuse me, sir, can you reach this off the top shelf for me? We're short." I look at them. I look at him. He look at me. He said, "Boo." The fact that he knew he needed permission to help these people, and the fact that they thought they could just ask him and he was gonna move for them. The audacity. Ain't it right, boo? That done tickled my soul. So I say that to say this. If you are in the store, married or single, by yourself, and you need help, and you notice that the man that you about to ask help from is with a woman, the correct thing to say is, "Excuse me, ma'am, is it okay if your husband can help me get something from the shelf?" Don't put that man in that weird situation, because my husband's like, he didn't flinch, he didn't move, he looked at me, and he like, boo. And we both knew what that boo meant. So, but have a good day.
I feel like I'm about to go bad on her.
I
The
mean,
fact that he even had to ask, to me, just shows that she just insecure as hell. And she also gave, when I watched it for the first time, said she's so glad to have a man.
yes.
Because who the hell is thinking like that? Like, baby, she is just so happy to have a partner. Like, I mean, I just don't think that's something to trip off of. I feel like that should be an expectation of your partner. If you see a lady need help, like, help her. Like, it's just, you're just grabbing something off the shelf. Like,
But y'all watch the video.
good night. I know what you're finna say. Don't nobody want.
Hold on. Y'all watch the video. This type of logic, y'all know I gotta step back and put on my psychiatrist as my therapist lens. Why? How did we get here? And I can confidently say, without the credentials to diagnose, but I can say that this is a woman who believes that men are a scarcity. And I'm gonna say, for good reason, I can see why she believes that men are scarce. So I think that if she was more confident in herself, she wouldn't be worried about her man helping another woman. And I guarantee y'all, the women look better than her.
Yes.
So yeah, we got to figure out why you think that men are a scarcity. And I mean, they may be for you.
Yeah, I think that was very,
Yeah.
very like it is given. You think you ugly, huh, mom? Like that's what it was given. Because girl, please, like I'm not trying to toot my own horn or nothing like that, but my nigga 6'2". Somebody always asking him to grab something, open a door, all of this. And in all honesty, there is no other way I would want him to be. Like, nobody has to ask me if Lyric, I don't own Lyric. If Lyric wants to help somebody do something, he can. The only time I've actually had issues like, hey man, like stop calling me, for my nigga, y'all don't call no other time. But every time y'all need help with something, y'all, hey, you know what I'm saying? Be nice about it. Don't be just expecting my nigga to show up like he just gonna show up because that's Lyric. No, don't be overusing it and all of that. But outside of that, like just randomly when we go out, like even for the show, y'all know I had my show this past weekend, and Lyric got there later, so he missed the show. But of course, he running through the door. Everybody got a chance to meet him, and one of his main jobs was making sure that all of the ladies got to their cars outside and that they didn't walk outside alone. Like, I like that. That's where my pride comes in. Like, not in the fact that I could be like, oh, you better not know. In the fact that he already knows to go and make sure that these women are getting outside to their cars safely and everybody is okay. And like, girl, what?
I wonder how she feel when he hold the door open for women.
Oh,
I got a question for y'all though.
you know, she,
Because I saw a video on the flip side, and it was a man, and he said, if you got a homeboy at your house and your girl, your wifey, whatever, makes a plate for y'all, and she hands your friend his plate first, then your homeboy got to get the fuck on. That's almost the same thing. So there's men who think like that too.
Hold on, say that again.
If let's say you're at home, your guy is hosting a friend, you made a meal for everybody for the house, and when you're handing out plates, you hand out his friend's plate first versus handing out his plate first, because you know you're supposed to serve the man in the house first. So they're saying that if you serve his friend first, then you got to get the fuck on. Like the friend has to get the fuck on, because it's disrespectful for him to receive a plate and for you to hand the plate to him first.
Oh, wow.
I saw that on TikTok.
Yes, like y'all niggas ain't got no home training.
Oh,
like
wow.
in my mind, the guest might get a plate first because they're the guest, right? But I also, you know, like my daddy would have shot you in the kneecaps, and he's still gonna he's gonna cook the food and fix the plates for everybody, and he will still shoot you in the kneecaps. Like I don't understand like what y'all think is soft and what y'all think is hard. Cause to me, these like it's like they need to dominate in these menial task type situations. Oh, I got my plate first. Because essentially you're not dominating in any other way. So you have to dominate in these ways that don't even really matter. Because I guess you getting your plate first makes you feel like you're the man, like to another man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't heard of that.
There's people that's crazy out here for real.
I mean, I've heard of guys not liking when other guys hug a girl they're with. And I remember it was this one guy I was dating. He said
Let me not say too much.
And I ain't even your girl. And you feel a way about that. When I went to my homecoming, you think I wasn't hugging people? Who the hell is you? Like, that's so weird to me. Like,
I saw, did y'all see
Have y'all heard that before? Oh,
no, but I
heard of it, experienced it, lived it.
Damn.
That's wild.
I am hollering.
Like, what the fuck? I think that's crazy.
Lit.
Wait, give me the example, Necey. Now I need to know the story.
I'm laughing my ass off.
You can name names if you'd like.
I need to know, where was y'all at? What was the setting?
No, okay. So the first time this ever happened, I was in college and I was at the movies with my boyfriend, and the movie ended, and we everybody came out. I ran into a friend, and he said, I gave him a hug, and he said, "Oh, what's up, Necey?" And we left, and the guy goes, my boyfriend at the time, he says, "How do he know you? Why is he calling you Necey? And why you give him a hug?"
Like he calls you babe or some shit like that. Why is he calling you by your name, bitch?
Why is he calling you by your nickname? He shouldn't call you Necey. He's supposed to call you Janice.
What?
That. And then also the hug thing. So, but I've also been around men who are afraid to hug the women. And that also pisses me off, because I'll never forget, y'all, one time specifically, I was at my baby shower. I was 9 months pregnant. And a friend of he showed up, and he almost didn't want to hug me. He was like extremely uncomfortable, and his wife hugged me, and it was weird. And to me, I was like, not only am I whole ass about to bust, but you uncomfortable hugging me. And to me, I feel like that means like you're attracted to me in some way, and you feel like it's so animalistic that you don't think that you're able to control your urges. So as a man, instead of you just being polite,
right, church pet,
you can't even be polite because you're such a fucking animal that by just the greeting. And I've been around other, like, not just that situation, but I've been around other men that are afraid to hug me. And I'm like, oh yeah, you be cheating down bad on your, you want to fuck me or anybody else. Yeah. And you be down bad on your wife. And that's why, like, a hug? You men are animals. So yeah, no, I've experienced that on both sides. And it's it's very funny to experience men that are insecure.
So there was a post I saw about a woman that was like, "Don't be hugging other people's husbands. Don't be putting your boobs on other people's husbands." And I was just like, "Why, bitch? You thinking my titties be on his chest? He gonna leave you for me?" I be trying to understand what be going on. Like, it's just not that deep to me. And in all honesty, and this is where like having somewhat of a masculine energy about myself. To
Mhm.
be honest, like I like the fact that other people find who I'm with attractive. I don't want to like be with somebody that other people don't find attractive.
No, uh-huh.
So like the fact that, me and this nigga be on the phone sometimes when he at work, he don't hear the way women talk to him, right? Because he just la
Mm.
la 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 like
Right.
he
Right.
like, hey, how you doing? Like I'm like, I hear the octave, I hear the octave is high, and I just be like, you know what I mean? Because to me, it's like I love the fact that other people know, like, my man, my man, my man. Like,
Give him Miss Parker energy.
yes, like he,
Which
like it don't look, mine, but you know what I'm saying? I am like, right? Right? Like that's how I and then this nigga got a uniform on, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like a thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
be like,
funny.
nigga, you better make sure you smell good and all of that around them people. Don't you be out there acting like you ain't got nobody at home. Like that's how how your mama used to be like, don't be out
Yeah.
here acting like you ain't got no mama at home. I be like, don't be out here acting like you ain't got no woman at home, nigga. Be moisturized, smell good, all that
Okay.
shit. Okay.
Too funny. Oh wow. This has been some really interesting conversations. Anything else about that? We good with our experience? Okay.
Oh, and it's not just when you was like, men and women. It's not just men and women. Like, because the lesbians, when it comes to this shit, oh my God, they are
They like that too?
I can see that.
oh my God, they're insane. Like, I feel it often. Like, I remember I was out not too long ago and ran up on a chick that was really like more of a friend of mine. We went to college together, and yeah, okay, we might have smashed a couple of times. Like, whoop the fucking do, bitch. You're a part of a long list, okay? But so, you know what I mean? I saw her and we've kind of remained like friends and cool and shit like that over the years. And like, not on no funny style shit. We just cool. We don't really see each other like that. Mutuals and all of that. And so, like, she know lyric. Like, we always at school the same time. So it's not a big deal. But when I tell you, I could tell her fucking old lady, her wife was like we was just catching up. Like, hey girl, how you been? And what's going on? Da-da-da. And the way she was,
You know why? That's because her wife was probably like, yeah, it was this girl I fucked in college and that was the best, right? That's where I got that from. She know the lore. She
I
knows what it's
might have a
giving.
lore. I don't think I was the best because homegirl was out here. But, and by the time I got to her, she had like this sensation thing where, and I'm just like, listen, like, whatever, bitch. Because women be acting like, oh, I can't come. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm oversensitized. What do you mean, girl? I'll be down here as long as I need to be down here. This is not like like,
Think it's
don't
probably because they using vibrators too much or something?
this was back in the day. I don't think so, but this is why I said she was out here like that. So I would never even like gas myself up to think I'm in that vein. But I also know that I have like a lasting effect on people. Like people don't really forget me. And you might have heard about me. You know what I'm saying? Not in the context of being the best, but just in the context of, not your average. That's all.
Oh yeah, a lasting effect. I love that about us. Y'all know I had I've talked about my ex-boyfriend from high school on here a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Why he commented on one of my YouTube videos last week? I ain't talked to that man since 2013.
What do you say?
When the last time you did a video?
What you mean?
What video?
On YouTube for him to comment on.
It was no at that. No, at that. That's the point. It was a short that I had posted in May, and I thought it was comical because it wasn't much long after my birthday. I'm like, damn, yeah, lasting effect. I get that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, is the answer, by the way.
No, I was just gonna say, worthy of spinning the block? No,
Absolutely
not.
Yeah, nah.
He's
Absolutely
ghosted
not.
again.
I love it where I'm at right now. But
Whoop, there it is. Okay, period.
You're outside right now.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
currently.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we're gonna switch gears just a little piece, okay? We're gonna tap into a little bit of religion and stuff, and more so church, girl. It's really church. It's really church because the people begin in the pulpits and they be showing out, and that's why folks don't be wanting to go down to the church.
Oh my
But this pastor here is asking people for, I think he starts off with like 200. Then he's talking about 10,000. Somebody gonna be made a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Let us just hear what he has to say. That we got more to get into.
Challenge 30 people without hook or crook to sow what Overseer Dean sold $200. 5 of you really want to do it and you don't have it, but there's 3 people in here that can give it to them so that they qualify. Here's the hard part of my offering or my request. And I've not done this in probably 20 years ago. But Lord said, I want to make a multi-millionaire out of someone, but they have to sow $10,000. He said, and they have to do that within 90 seconds. If you're going to do it, get it now, write the check. If you do this, God said, I'm going to make you a multi-millionaire. I wish it was me. No. I'm saying I wish it was me because I got it. That's why I'm saying it. Because money, I'm going to challenge 30. Money does not have me at all. I control it. I'm like Cat Williams. He said the reason why I have a lot of it is I give 10% away on a regular basis because it belongs to God. I'm going to play it on next Sunday. But there's a person in here. You sold that within 90 seconds. It should be less than that. God said, I'm going to show you my face. And I'm going to show you who I am. And for the rest of your days, everywhere the sole of your feet shall trod, you shall possess the land. And everything kalasupa, and everything you're housing, you will bring it up to Pastor Rockmore, Bishop, and you will get your release in Jesus' name. Everyone else get $200. I want you to do it, women, especially who've had a difficult moment, and get in the center aisle. I will not beg, but I will not stop till there's 30 there as fast as possible.
And they rushing down there too, baby. To sow that $200.
Hurry in Jesus' name. You that are watching by social media, you are involved as well.
I am not.
Somebody shout hallelujah.
I feel like pastors be killing me when they feel like the word only comes from God through them only, like the person not gonna have their own experience. You know what I'm saying? To know, like, okay, let me make this move. It's coming through you. So they didn't get the message. Only you got the message for them to make a move. Okay. Well, I do want to get into more though before we hop into this. Because I feel like, and y'all can touch on this guy as well as what we're about to tap into. Let me make sure that I have it first. Because I feel like this is the reason why people don't be wanting to go to the church. So let's hear what T.I. had to say.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah, I like that.
Let's get into what he talking about.
I've never been like a church person.
You better
You know
keep
what
that
I'm saying?
hat
I
on.
grew up in a house with a strong, praying, tambourine bumping grandmama. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, strong, very, very strong in prayer. So I know how to pray and I know the word. You know what I'm saying? I know God is real and I've seen the presence in the hand that he's had in my life personally. Don't nobody ain't got to tell me that. But I just ain't never felt the connection with church.
Why?
Man, I don't know. It just ain't. And to be honest with you, I don't think it real. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a business just like anything else, and it's a show just like anything else. You know what I mean? Just like you go to Broadway, you see a show. I feel like it's just like somebody standing up and public speaking, just like you get like a TED talk. And a lot of times they be putting a lot of cap on it. And when I say cap, I'm saying cap in their action. The word is the word, but sometimes they try and twist the word, make the word mean something, you know, that will be personally benefiting to them. and not necessarily what the word mean, you know, as its purpose. And that to me, because if you think about it, only times when you read the word, anybody know the word, and you study the life of Jesus Christ, the only time you really saw Jesus Christ lose his temper was in the church. He went to the church and seen what was going on in the church, seeing how the church people were handling the word of God and what they were doing to manipulate it, to personally benefit, you know, from the word of God. That's when Jesus got mad, flipped the table.
Oh, that's when he flipped the table.
Yeah, flip the table. You know what I'm saying? And he had Jesus out here like he don't love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's why. Cause I connect with the word, like the true word, the spirit. I don't need no broker. I don't need no middleman. I don't need nobody to get my word. You know, I done heard a preacher, I've been to church before, and the preacher say, come on, y'all, put into the collection plate, dig deeper, get your prayers past the ceiling. I say, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all telling me I got to pay this joker. You know what I'm saying? For my God to hear my prayer, man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's unfortunate.
like that.
Those moments are unfortunate.
I mean, they are, and I'm not, and I don't put that on the entire, because I think for the most part, there are people who are strong, church-going, God-fearing people that go to church with the intention of serving and praising God. However, you know, I think there's some leadership. There's enough people in enough positions that understand that there is ways to manipulate this word to personally benefit. I've never been.
What are y'all thoughts on that?
I love this because to me, this was basically him saying like, ain't no other nigga gonna game me. Like I got enough game for everybody. Okay. And I to me, I have an appreciation for this type of honesty because men will often use God as a tool to control and manipulate women, right? Like pretend to have all of this virtue or care about, you know, purity and women's lives and, you know, babies and all of that shit. Like you pretend to care about those things and you really don't care about those things. But as long as you could use it to control and manipulate women, you'll throw it out there. So the fact that he will say like, yeah, I don't get jiggy with it. Yeah, I might have my own, you know, relationship with God, but I don't need to use it like that. I don't need to be a part of it like that. And yeah, I have an appreciation for that. But that's also him saying like my game is strong enough that I don't have to use God.
You know, T.I. has always shown himself up to be the smartest person in the room. But I do think that, you know, I definitely agree with him. I think that he spoke from what a lot of people are feeling today, what a lot of people think about, especially when they have these viral moments like this. It's just another reinforcement of, see, that's why, that right there, that's why I don't be in the church now. That's why I don't, you know. I mean, and then also, I mean, you don't have to really go to have that relationship. You know, get in your word, have your relationship with God.
It really
You
is
can sow your seeds in other ways, you know. So yeah,
it is an inner journey. Like it doesn't have to be a group thing. It doesn't have to be in the confines of a religion like that.
Absolutely.
And to me, especially, I'm so tired of y'all mentioning money and prosperity preaching, all of that. Like I hate that shit. Like I really, really like deeply hate it because once you understand how this world, the country, how everything historically has been set up, you know that God is not going to make you rich because you prayed for it and because you were steadfast enough. And to me, that's what they're selling, right? They're selling that if you do God good enough, if you give enough, then God's going to give to you. And I just kind of feel like that's a way to manipulate and really just kind of pimp people out. Like you're just taking and taking and taking, and you're not really giving them anything in return because a lot of these churches are not in service to their communities. They're not in service to the people around them like that, which is a problem, you know? So yeah, I definitely feel like I wish people would take their religious practice inside instead of always feeling like it's something that needs to be projected out to other people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree. I'm sorry. I was over here looking for a particular something in the chat, but I don't see it. Maybe they're gone. Okay, I don't see it anymore. But yeah, I think that was good. Maybe more people gonna start coming out telling they truth and they, you know, how they feel about it. about, church and religion and all of that. So I think that him having Kirk Franklin there was a good person too to have that conversation with and to be honest with, because Kirk definitely seemed like he understood exactly where he was coming from. So that was kind of cool.
Slightly. Because he was like, it's unfortunate when that happens, as if it doesn't happen all the time, as if that's not like the blueprint. Like the church is a scheme that Todd set up because it's a tax. You don't have to pay taxes on it. Like you can launder money, you can do all kind of shit through a church finances. And I think it's very, very it's not a coinkadink that pimps turn into preachers, musicians turn into preachers, ex-drug dealers turn into preachers. Like you got to pay attention to who decides to become a preacher. And it's not because life has just beat them down and they didn't been through so much or they have a testimony. Yeah, that's cute and all of that. But a lot of the times is I've figured out that I can't do this anymore. So how else can I gain?
Yeah,
that's true.
It's also scary to me though. On the flip side, I agree with what he said about having a broker to go to church, and then they try to shame you into not physically going into the church. Because I don't know, more in my adult life, I just say I haven't really, especially with this whole Air Force and Air Force Ones and Gothic font ass churches that they have come out with. I feel like has been real popular over the last 15 years or so. That to me kind of just turned me off because I've never seen churches market like that before. Like I was used to people going to the local churches where they grew up at, local churches where you live. Now it's so much marketing and it's a big turnoff. Like I went to a church service out here, and I think I talked about it on here before. I call it the interracial dating church. And everybody there, it's just everybody there was in an interracial relationship for the most part. And then the black women that were there with another black woman friend. So that was interesting to me. But the marketing there drew in that people. And when the church service was over, it was just a bunch of like, join our connect group. And it's like a plot to reel you in to stick, where eventually you end up doing an internship, working for free, that type of thing. So I do think that all of that is unfortunate, but I would say on the flip side, the thing that makes it scary is that you have men who are like, I don't need a middleman to know the word, and they manipulate the word in order to control. So you have that on the flip side too. So it's really it's dangerous out here, I guess.
What are y'all thoughts about like some of the conferences that they may throw and they be charging like over hundreds of dollars to go to these conferences?
I mean, to me, you're just buying. It's the same thing as back in the day, like the Lutherans and the Protestants were created. It was because I think it was John Luther. But people was tired of paying for the forgiveness of sins. They was tired of going to the Catholic Church and paying a certain amount of gold or shillings or whatever, and then having a pastor say, "Oh, do 5 Hail Marys and your sins are forgiven." They, I guess, were tired of that, and so they decided to, break all of that shit up. But essentially, they still do the same thing. Like to me, it's all them just deciding, oh, I'm tired of the Catholic Church being the only people that can do this. So now we're going to break off and do it. And now you have your Lutherans and Methodists and your Baptists. And to me, a lot of it really just is kind of convincing people to pay for the forgiveness of their sins or pay their entryway to heaven. And that's why, I say it needs to be a personal thing. And yes, you can go and fellowship with other people, but your shit needs to be a personal journey for yourself. That way people can't use it to manipulate you. Because that's what they're going to do. And the conferences are weird. Like the conferences a lot of the time are just like convince a whole bunch of women that God is going to send them a man.
It sounds similar to, I don't know if y'all remember those, like kind of like Letitia doing the brunches and stuff. At one point, it was like a lot of those that was going on, like right before the pandemic. I think from like 2018 or was it 2017 to 2020?
Yes.
A lot of them profitable conferences or link ups or whatever. And it's like, for what? A lot of us pay all this money, go sit there for a few hours and you feel empowered. But by that next week, what? That money that you spent on her, you probably could have went and got a life coach, somebody that's going to reinforce certain behavior for you to really evolve and do what you're supposed to do or what you're trying to do in life.
Networking ass event. I had a friend who really liked to throw those events.
Mm.
We ain't friends no more. But it'd be a different business venture. The same way I say I ghosted. It'll be a different business venture like every year, different branding. You know, I'm gonna do this. I want a community. I want to do that. Beware of the women that market communities, because why can't you foster one organically?
Ooh, that's a segue. Oh my God. Okay. We gotta talk about Tamar Braxton then. Because I don't know what the hell she got going on. All right.
I don't know, but it's off key.
Say what?
I said, I don't know, but it's off key.
Talk about her latest. I think I did see a video of her singing.
Mary J. Blige.
Jesus. I want Mary to just really take a break overall.
So tired of seeing her.
She looked tired. She looked tired.
She do. She do. She got to keep working so she can pay Kendu.
Yikes.
Damn.
I would just go broke. I would do like niggas do. I just be out here living pillar to post. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing for nobody.
Ain't that crazy? A person divorce you and cheat on you, and then you got to pay that person money, and they probably using your money to take care of that person.
And you
Oh,
friends.
it's sickening.
You friends. You friends
Ain't that what happened with Journey Smollett? Didn't her dude leave her and she paying him?
Well, he
do got the kid. Didn't he get the kid?
I think so. I think he's trying more than they agreed to.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to dip into her childhood type funds. Stuff she had before him. If that ain't bomb activity, I want us to tap over here and hear what Tamar had to say. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen, but I'm really not going to show because y'all know how YouTube like that act up. So we'll put this up on the screen for y'all as we check out what she had to say. Because remember, Tamar was accused of messing around with her sister's man.
Yikes.
Like platonic friends. He was actually dating one of my friends a long time ago.
Let me go back a bit.
So where does that rumor come from?
Y'all the sisters. Where did it come?
Well, she didn't say Brian.
Right.
This Brian.
Okay.
But the truth is, I introduced Tony to her husband.
Okay, you introduced her first.
Yeah. Brian and I were friends first.
Okay.
And real platonic friends. He was actually dating one of my friends a long time ago.
And
so when they broke up, Brian and I became really good friends because him and Slim wanted to sign me to Cash Money Records. It was a long time ago. And so then he started speaking to me about my sister. I was like, my sister Mary, please go sit down somewhere. And so when Tony got a divorce, he was serious about her. And made his way in.
So when Wanda said it, how did you feel? It upset you?
It upset me for several reasons.
Yeah.
For several reasons. Number one, it's not the truth. And the reason why it's not the truth is because that everybody knows that the person that she was speaking with was abusive towards me.
Okay. And so it was the whole context of the right. It didn't come out. So even watching you on stage, I know that came up in social media. You was on stage. You call him Brian, I call him Birdman. I don't know.
I call him both.
Okay. I know you were wiping the sweat or something.
Yes, I was.
Y'all were friends then. It was.
That's my brother. Now he's my brother-in-law. It's my brother. It's my blood now.
Okay.
He's married to my sister.
Okay.
And so we're really, really. Let me tell you how close we are.
Yeah.
Me, Tony, and Brian would be on three-way.
Yeah.
All day, all the time. And so when she couldn't go to Versus, y'all, let me tell you something. She's like a closet hip-hopper.
Yeah.
Obviously, she loves hip-hop because she's married to Birdman.
Right.
Right? The second part of that is she's not going to no YB concert. I'm going.
Yes.
And I'm going to the Cash Money, No Limit Versus because I'm ghetto. And I like that.
So we just gonna leave that. But I'm confused on why she called her sister ghetto. I'm sorry, why she called herself ghetto, but her sister not ghetto. Why? She married to Birdman. Like, you don't think that's ghetto?
The way she rolled up on you that last episode and got in your face, it felt like she was a little hood to me.
She sure did.
Yeah, she did.
Sure did.
Yeah, why would she say she's a closeted hip hop lover? Ain't nobody gonna shame you for liking Cash Money. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that's another instance of Tamar just saying stuff.
I believe her though, because that to me sounds very aligned with the you are not Tamar, you are Toni Braxton when they was arguing. It's like,
but she still married him though.
She did, but she also go around. Oh, we were just such great friends. Oh my God, we were such. No, you weren't. Stop lying.
She still make it seem like they don't really go together. Like I think she feels like there should be a factor of like, oh my gosh, Birdman and Toni, which it was, and I think she likes that. And I don't think Tamar just talking. I think that's how Toni feel.
You said what?
I said I don't think Tamar is just talking. I think that's how Toni feels. Toni herself is probably a closeted hip hop lover in that type of way.
I don't know why it has to be closeted. It's not really closeted. Like, you forget, like, Toni Braxton is hot at the same time as Mary J. Blige and everybody else. Like, she's out with hip hop. She's at the award shows. She's on, you know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous to me for us to think that Toni Braxton doesn't like hip hop. Like, that's just ridiculous. I think they like to keep this image of her that we don't think she has anymore. Like, yes, you are Toni Braxton, but it's not how we used to see you before. Like, before the reality show, before seeing these relationships take place. Like, no, it's not the same. So for me, they just always trying to act like she's so far removed from all of this, but she's not. Yeah. Like, and to me, Birdman was always waiting on the sidelines, waiting for, when Playboy could be of service and pay for, y'all energy and y'all time, because ain't no way you sitting up here telling me you and that nigga was such great friends. What the fuck was y'all talking about? You don't even understand what he's saying.
Right. But she said he was messing with one of her friends at the time while he was also trying to get with Toni, but Toni was married at the time, and then you still turned around and hooked him up with your sister?
Dog ass nigga. Dog ass.
Didn't she hook him up with the sister after they was done? Or after the sister was divorced?
She did. She did. But it's the fact that he was dating your friend. He was already in a situation with your friend. He was interested in your sister. You told him to go on. Your sister is married, so obviously he didn't care about that. And then once they divorced, then you tried to link them up. It's just giving
messy. It's giving messy.
Yes.
I don't. I'm going to say something. Never mind. I'm not going to say anything at all.
Say it.
So I don't feel no type of way. Hold on, wait. No, I'm not saying anything.
That's fine.
I'm not saying anything.
No, about what? About what?
I'll just say this. I don't feel no type of way about Birdman asking Tamar about her sister. I don't.
No.
Because ultimately she ended up divorced, and it wasn't at the fault of Birdman. It was that, I'll just say that.
I mean, that's not.
I see what you're saying.
That's not my perspective on it. Like, that goes, like, who cares about that? My point is that you a grimy nigga. So, like, you fucking with Tamar friend, but
she said they broke up, didn't she? She said him and
he asked at the same time as everybody was still in their respective relationships, and she said, "My sister Mary, get out of my face."
Mm-hmm.
So that to me sounded like he was with the other girl, she was married, and he still trying to holler, trying to see what's up. And it's given, he might have fucked with her to get closer, because niggas do, shit like that too. And I feel like just like Toni Braxton, one of those women that you had on the poster on the wall. You could have just always wanted that lady. And it's just the last little notch in your player nigga belt for you to marry, Toni Braxton. And that's just how I see Birdman. Like, he sees it as like a, I'm that nigga because I was able to get Toni Braxton type thing. Mm-hmm. And for her, I felt like she just needed somebody to pay her bills that she ain't got to really try to fuck, because do he look like his dick work? It's like an easy situation. But yeah.
So for me, what I was looking at was not so much as that, but so much as, to me, that's the time Tamar has always been on. So to learn anything about her in Mendici should definitely be a bit on brand, because
you a hoe.
That's just what it is. They've just been like that for a long periodically time where it's like,
your homework.
I don't care if you with somebody.
Did y'all hear her interview with the Breakfast Club?
A little bit.
I listened to it. And she addressed Mendicis. She said that they've been friends for a very long time.
She said she didn't know that man.
Hold on. Wait. Maybe I need to listen again. But
No,
she said they were friends.
previously she said
No,
I
before
didn't
that, she
know
said she
him.
didn't know him.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
hired him. They hired him to do the video. I don't know him like
Maybe
that.
she didn't say very long time, but regardless, she said they're friends and they've been friends. That's the homie, is what she said. But I just find, and she said something like, "So that's it. I'm leaving it at that." And to me, and then the other thing she did, she deflected. She said, "So let me tell y'all this. If me and Mendices were actually dating, I've always said there's never been a man to come around me that ain't wanted to put a ring on my finger. Do you see a ring on my finger?" And they said no. And she said, "Okay, so I'll leave it at that." And to me, I felt like that was a weird way to address something without really addressing it. Like, you asking us a question to answer the question of if you fucking this lady spiritual husband.
The spiritual husband is his name, number one.
Dying over here. Spiritual husband. Hallelujah.
So yeah, I think she's fucking the lady's spiritual husband. I mean, especially based on the videos that Funky has made, talking about they was making out in the back seat, and you really don't even.
It's giving shade. It's giving Yandy shade. It's giving, if he was fucking with me, he would have actually married me versus what he's doing with you. That's what it's giving. When you said that, that's what that made me think of. Like, if the man, if I was fucking with the man, he would have married me. He wouldn't have just been playing around.
I didn't even think about
I'm
that.
mad I didn't see that part. That's crazy.
And she always saying shit subliminally, and the way she talks about Yandy is giving bitches their beef. Because maybe it's what's for dinner. I don't know.
That's wild. I think that's an interesting way to look at it. You about right. Okay.
And you know she insecure as fuck. So it gives that she will automatically be comparing herself to Yandy.
Yeah. You know, Yandy got an ass on her. And Tamar was on the show getting.
And I said, didn't she just go get something done?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, I think she went for the appointment, but she didn't. I don't remember if she went through with it, but she was getting
I think she did.
syringes of filler. Okay, she did. I don't know. Anybody who's in the plastic surgeon world, y'all tell me if the girls are still getting filler in their ass, because filler goes away. Why would you get 10 syringes of filler when you could just go get a BBL? Fat transfer.
She was scared of needles. She was already scared to get those.
Yeah, but it's like, by the time you think you're going to have to continuously get filler in your ass, because filler lasts like 2 years in your face, and knowing that you're sitting on your ass all the time, like, who's going to want to get their ass refilled? And then by the time you get to year 3 or 4, you could have just paid for a fucking BBL or a fat transfer. Not saying that that's the answer, but if that's what you want to do, then I don't think she got the filler. I just think that was a way to, maybe she feels like filler is better than a BBL, because filler is like, oh, I just need a little umph. But I wouldn't be surprised if she got a skinny BBL and she came to us with the bullshit about the filler.
And she don't even need it. But you know how that go. Anything else on Miss Tamar? Mr. Braxton, honey?
She been sounding crazy, looking funny. Be praying for you, girl.
Lord help. Okay. Next up, as we're talking about like people being married and stuff, I want us to get into the fact that Young Thug proposed to Mariah the Scientist. Okay. I don't know whose event this was though.
Thought it was she was performing. Then they were saying it was his performance. I don't know.
You together.
You gotta find the close
And love the word. Okay, you together.
That looked like somebody glued some pieces of crack on a little ring. Because I can't see the diamond. Can y'all?
What Karen said? She said it's cloudy than a motherfucker. But
what they called that ring is cluttered. That's what she said to Stacy.
Like, what is that on
cloudy?
Cloudy. It's cloudy.
They put a chance of rain. I don't know what the fuck going on with that.
I'm happy for her. However, It looks to me like, when you go to the bubblegum machine and they have the rings that are watches and you could wear the clock face on your finger. That's what this feel like.
I keep trying to see what the fuck it is. Like, is it crystals? Like, I have no idea.
What is it? I forgot what kind of diamond it is. They talk about it in the songs.
He snatched the fuck out of her on stage. Like, bitch, you better say yes.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He pulls her, like, she doesn't really respond immediately, and he yanks her towards him. And the funny thing is she put the ring on, or either he said put it on, or people was telling her to put it on.
Put it on.
Oh, she did. Okay. She turned around and she said, I guess I'm getting married, y'all. Who says
I guess?
I guess.
I'm trying to find a different angle of this proposal.
I got it. But yo.
Wow.
Like, you getting married or not? I guess it's crazy.
But yo.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think she's gonna marry him.
Did not give the Cardi B reaction at all.
Let's see.
I think she's gonna be engaged for a long time.
This is one.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you need time to tell that man no, go ahead and select a ring in the process.
Yeah. Even if it is plastic or glass on top.
Let me share this. This one here.
Yeah, let me see. I want to make sure because it's another one, but I think the other one I saw is on TikTok.
Are these pictures? Okay.
Okay, here we go. Is that it? Okay, yeah, that's it.
What you say? I guess I'm getting married.
First of all, is everybody on vacation on Neighborhood Talk?
They might be giving that.
Why would y'all post this? Like that, because I did that earlier. The ring, and I'm thinking they're gonna put the actual proposal video that everybody kept seeing. No, they didn't post that. Maybe they don't have it.
I guess I'm getting married.
Girl, that's so sad.
Crazy.
She gonna be engaged. That's
I really hate
Shade Room. I'm about
it's on Shade Room.
Yeah, see if it's on Shade Room because it's on TikTok Shade Room.
Okay. It might be over there. She probably didn't want to accept that because that's not where she wanted to get proposed to at. She'd been like, what the hell is this?
In front of the fans. No.
Right.
No real effort.
Ain't no way. And they just went quiet about each other, a month ago when they was talking about Glorilla over the phone?
Oh.
Yikes. Let's see. I don't know what Shade Room showing, but we about to check this one out real quick. Everybody may be on vacation.
You see that other one I sent you?
Oh, no, let me check.
I guess I'm getting married.
I guess I'm getting married, Charlotte.
It's giving 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Release.
Lord help us today.
I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I don't think nobody should be happy for her in this situation. This is the point.
Okay.
I think she deserves so much better. But she love that man.
She say, man.
Man.
Put it on. Bring it down.
She said yes.
Bring it on.
Okay, that's literally.
You know what? They might belong together. They might go together.
Why y'all playing like this? Why y'all say that?
I guess I'm getting married.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. They might go together.
Why is that?
Stay slow.
I'm trying to.
Good night.
Yeah. And also,
Good night.
I'm sitting here wondering who told us that Mariah the Scientist was better than Young Thug, other than the fact that she's pretty and light skinned and could do better than him.
Just being able
physical.
to do it. She's a woman.
Yeah, but
that and the kindness she displayed with holding him down.
Right, which is why they probably go together, because I would not recommend that shit. He was looking at life and she stood by his side. So I kind of think
she's trying to be Keisha Kayor.
I think
she might be where she should be.
I don't know, y'all, because I think it's an abusive relationship. Like everything about it makes me feel like it's an abusive relationship, and we just don't see it because he's not doing it in front of everybody. But she often clams up, like shoulders up to here. I will never forget the way he dragged her down that BET red carpet when somebody was trying to talk to her, and he dragged her down the carpet. Like that was another like snatching moment. And to me, just the physicality of him, throwing her around like that, and then laughing about cheating on her while being in jail and shit. To me, you can't convince me that nigga like her. And just because she don't like herself, she's with him. But to me, I feel like the only reason he proposed to her is so he could have something to feel dominant over, because that would then lock her in and he would be able to dominate over her, because he damn sure not dominating over the charts.
No, he can't even rap about certain things. And low key, I was wondering what time it was when he proposed, because ain't he on probation? Is that's a work event for him. Okay.
He could do that.
Okay.
But like,
was it in Atlanta?
I don't know. It didn't look like it, but just because I haven't seen anything about a big show like that in Atlanta. So I don't know. But what I will say is that I don't think I really do think he's abusive towards her. I think he probably talks bad to her. I don't see it being a healthy situation for her at all. And I feel like she does a lot of things. Yeah, you love the nigga. You're in an abusive relationship. Of course you love him. But it feels like a lot of fear. And him doing it in front of people like that made me feel like he was scared that she might have said no if he did it in private.
Oh, and that honestly makes sense, because men are weird who talk bad about other women's physical traits to another woman. That tells me if he was like comfortable telling you that Glorilla was ugly, he's probably harsh or overly critical of you, which is why you didn't think it was a big deal that he was talking about another woman in that way.
And if his music not doing good and hers is, he's going to make her feel bad about her music. He gonna do it with a straight face. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it working out well, just because I feel like he a weird ass nigga, and there's just no way. You know what I mean? There's no way around.
I mean, and that usually happens when men end up finding somebody who they know is out of their league. But if it wasn't for the woman being in her own way, she wouldn't be with him. I mean, I.e. the niggas we was talking about that don't want you to hug nobody. They know that she's only with me because she's in her own way. So let me make sure she stays in her. Yes.
For sure.
So I can see that.
I think Lil Yachty did a number on her when they were together. And so when she ended up being,
I forgot about that. And that nigga is a psychopath.
She
I don't
might
know
be where she want to be.
And I think Thug may have given her a little bit better than what Yachty may have.
But not much better.
Right. And whatever little bit she got, she rolled off with that.
That's the same thing going on with Quiet. You coming off of dealing with one ain't shit ass nigga, so you get one that's a little bit better. Like at least I'm getting fucked in this one.
Oh,
ooh, the way we
loser
gonna
ass.
tag on that. Anything else?
I'm praying for.
Yeah, honestly, I am too. The music gonna hit though when she get out her own way.
You're gonna have a lot of material to work with.
You know how people feel like, oh, Janae Aiko, she I don't know, I don't understand the hype.
Oh yeah,
I kind of feel that way by Mariah. I don't really listen to her like
yeah.
that.
I like that about most new artists. Like I haven't really gotten up out of the early 2000s. Like you know, like a little bit, but not a lot. Like at least not for the R&B. For the rap, yeah. But for the R&B,
what about Summer? You don't like Summer?
I like some of Summer shit, but I do listen to lyrics, and yeah, I
don't listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't listen.
I can't, especially because you know, I see so much of her in real life, like you know, and all of this shit. I just can't get jiggy with some of it. But I do like some of her stuff. Like I like the Go Girl shit. I like the songs that she did on Cardi's album. I think she's a good artist. I just think that this generation to me is low-key missing something. Like it's just something in the music period that I think is missing something that would catch and hold on to me in a way that shit from like the early 2000s shit, even some shit from like the 2010s held on to my meat a little bit harder than whatever the fuck is going on right now.
For sure.
Yeah. I get that. Okay. Next up, I want us to get into Kimora. Kimora Lee is across the street. I want to get into Kimora, where she talks about her ex. Well, she pretty much talk about all the baby daddy child and how they not.
But my baby daddy. But my baby daddy. That's what I.
Child, that's one I really don't like
at all.
At all.
Haven't heard from her in a minute.
You know, I feel like ever since Drake has been having his issues, we ain't really been hearing nothing. Like she is featured on this song, Baller, Summer Walker, and Mana Leo. Yeah. I like it, but I really be like, hey, y'all can really edit her part out though.
I love Mana Leo.
Yeah, she been eating down.
I like Sexy Red too though. I ain't gonna hold you. I really do.
Well, yeah,
I think that's fine.
Well, yeah. This is where we part ways.
I don't like the Fuck My Baby Dad song though.
You don't like what?
The Fuck My Baby Dad song. I don't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
No.
I've consistently skipped over. Lord. I have consistently skipped over her.
No, for real.
I'm hollering. Speaking of baby dad, let's get into what she had to say about these baby daddies.
No. Can't hear it.
Oh, y'all can't hear it?
It'd be weird when you share YouTube.
It do be weird. Let me see. Basically, what she talks about is she says that the lady asked her, because she's talking about like basketball and different things activities she does with the kids. And the woman asked her, so you're doing this all by yourself? And she's like, yeah, like none of the dads really are involved at all. And that's where Russell Simmons got upset. And he decided that he was going to come out and try to air her out, which is crazy. So this is what he says. He's like, I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. I was your best and only friend. I'm the godfather to your other 3 kids. What? Until one day you stole my stock. I have been fighting for my kids' love and my bread ever since. You threatened that if I sued you, I would never speak to my kids again. And there are 2 sides to every story. You got more sides than that. She says, my girls are grown women. You know these are lies. Why are you typing from thousands of miles away in a non-extradition country? Go negotiate and answer your accusers. I know that's right.
And on top of that, yeah, you did all of that. And you also probably fucked her while she was underage.
Right. And that's why he was the only friend.
molester. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Exactly.
She said something about her daughter dating an old ass man, and she said that it felt predatory. So I'm sure she probably woke up one day thinking about her relationship with him.
With that nigga? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, over the years, it's probably like grown to a repulsion. Because I don't know how you weren't grossed out by that thick tongue ass nigga. Because niggas with thick tongues kind of be creeping me out.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I don't know how you fix that, but I
heavy ass tongue.
One thing I want to say about Russell saying she said he'll never speak to the kids again, to try to put that on her, and maybe that happened, I don't know, but at the end of the day, if your kids don't rock with you, it's more so because of you, because ain't nobody tell Aoki to get online and drag you the way that she did, and y'all having y'all whole riff. So that's between you and your child. But to put that off on her, I think Kim was really nice. I feel like a lot of stuff Kim probably still could say to this day about him. I feel like she hasn't. Another thing she did, so I watched that portion of that interview where she talked about her daughter being with that older guy, and she said she knew this guy from back in the day. Like, I believe he knew her children from when they were like kids. He has like a reputation. She said his reputation precedes him, with him being with younger girls or whatever the case. She did not know about it, but she also, to me, was kind of like taking a minute to get to the point of admitting that this was predatory, because it seemed like to me she was trying to downplay the fact that his age. Like, what's the issue? Oh, it's just because, you know, he's older, so of course that's going to be like a big thing. And I'm like, come on, girl. Come on now. You know, this looks very awkward. Like, your daughter's like 23 years old and this man is giving 63. Like, come on now. And she did finally say that it was predatory. And I don't think her daughter is with the guy anymore. But I wish the interviewer would have dived a little bit deeper, considering the fact that Russell was older than her when they got together, you know? So yeah, but
yeah. So is she single? What happened to the man? Didn't they have a kid? She had a kid with somebody and named the kid Wolf, right?
I think so. Was that Damson?
That must be one of the ones that he's the godfather of. But
I thought she had like, what, 3 boys?
But I
2 girls and 3 boys.
I think it's interesting if she said none of the baby daddies are involved. That's sad.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Why?
Because all of them are egomaniacs and probably sociopaths on some level. So first of all, thick tongue is a child predator. Let's be real. You hung around them young ass models. You was like 30 something years old, and girls was like, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. You end up being with them. You're a creep. That's one. So that makes sense. The other one, the one in the middle, the black guy, African men, it gives you full of yourself. It gives you would be a headache just because you're fine in black. You would be a headache just because of that. And then the last one is the one who was scamming and lying about how much money he had. And the money that Russell is talking about, that money is something that I think the last husband was supposed to invest or something. And they ended up stealing. Basically, he was stealing from her. And I think the money that Russell might have gave both of them, he might have used or, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had a whole court case going on.
Child.
It did seem like maybe Kimora might have done some faulty shit with the money, but I could also imagine her doing that because there probably was a time period where he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, or when he was just being an asshole. And the only way I can hit up a nigga like you is to run your pockets. So, that's another situation. But I know the last husband, they broke up because he was a severe scammer. And I think that they weren't even legally married because he was married to somebody else.
Oh, wow. I think that's good they weren't married, but if she got finessed, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was a whole situation.
Which led to Russell getting finessed.
And he blames her for it.
Ooh, people be so bold.
Yeah, Tim Lesnar, that's his name.
Ooh,
he's in prison.
Was that the white man?
Yeah. That's the last one she was married to, and he's in prison. And he lied about being divorced. Yep.
Did y'all hear what Funkmaster Flex said, trying to say that she was messing around with I think Birdman?
Yeah, and we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't
And
care.
I'm like, why would you say, like, he just be, so I'd be like, you still on air? You still on air somewhere?
Well, you heard a lot of shit. He may not be after long. Hot 97 is over there, selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, I think that's politically driven too.
It absolutely is.
That's crazy.
I hate these people, y'all.
Child, I was thinking the other day, I said, damn, we made it through the first year. Woo!
Oh, yeah, no.
We'll see. We'll see how this finna go.
Lord, not just the first.
You know what's interesting though?
Well,
I forgot to mention this on my channel earlier, but I've been seeing videos of women talking about what it would look like to create a women's only, world or state. And there actually is one. It's like a women's only town that like 40 women bought the land and they basically are self-sufficient. There's no police. Like nobody, like the president, nobody can come to their area, is women only. And I'm not saying that that's like the ideal future for most of us who like, got niggas and shit. But ultimately, I did like the fact that people are already thinking about what new communities can look like and what a new world can eventually turn into for us, because this shit is not going to last the way it is.
Is this in the US?
Yeah, there's a place that the women are living in West Coast.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere.
That's great, though. I was just having a conversation with somebody about whenever older people get divorced. When older people get divorced, it's like older women a lot of times won't remarry. The men will, because they need to be with women for survival. But women ultimately can depend on sisterhood and other women to their death, where men can't do that because they depend on a woman to take a woman. So I guess that is helpful, thinking about communities like that, as women are choosing to be single, especially in older age. Let's say it's just you and your sister, the communities are going to have to look different. So I think that's a good idea.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's something called so it's not exactly a town, but it's something that they bought and that is theirs only, and it's like, women's only. But I think it's called, like, let me see. There's a few different ones, but Oregon Women's Land Trust. I think that's what it was called. I think that's what it was called. But I still think that's like a lot of women are even talking about that, like as they're getting older, getting a property with a whole bunch of women that they, that everybody can do something different to help each other out. That way they can age in a community together on the same, plot of land, instead of this idea that, oh, we have to be in a relationship or we have to have kids in order to have somebody help us or take care of us as we die.
Yeah.
I do think that's like, we should start getting more into like intentional communal living of spaces that are primarily or mostly women. And that's just because, I'm sorry, niggas, we can't trust you. So I'm not gonna leave my nigga outside, but I'm also cool with being amongst the niggas until we can do something to get rid of most of you motherfuckers. Okay. Because I ain't gonna lie, I do feel like if we could just get most of you niggas out the way and then just get left with men that have sense, I would be cool with that.
And there's that.
But yeah, most of y'all gotta go. Just, large scale, most of y'all gotta go. When y'all in large numbers, y'all don't know how to act. Y'all have
really gonna start acting the fool then. The girl was tripping about her husband handing something to somebody in the grocery store.
We gotta change our we just gonna have to change our mindset about it a little bit. But I feel like if we're in like a situation where people aren't in survival mode, it might have positive effects on people's psyches in general to like stop feeling like something is going to be taken from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that is a survival, mode thing. Like, you feel like you're gonna go without.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're about to get into some other topics, and that may involve some men going without money as they are. Well, one of them is a little different, but the others are being sent to child support court. And I thought this right here was so hilarious to me. Jello Ball, former basketball player, now rapper, I suppose, was dealing with Nikki Baby, right? Left her like 2 months after she had their baby girl, went and got with a whole nother woman, lied and said the girl was pregnant. Now I'm wondering, was it a lie that came from him or did she lie? I don't know. Some lies was in it. He ended up marrying the girl and then gets on a podcast trying to say that the girl forced him to marry her, which I don't believe. Then she gets pregnant, which is why I think they really got married, because she ended up getting pregnant. She just had their little girl not too long ago, a few weeks ago. She says he was horrible the entire pregnancy. He was absent, all of that. She has apologized to Nikki Baby after calling her a racist, disrespecting the hell out of her, doing all kind of stuff on social media. And she had came back and she apologized. Now, him and Nikki Baby were seen at their daughter's birthday party. He says that he regrets what he did to her, and had he like hindsight or whatever, he would have just stayed down and stayed with Nikki Baby, right? Well, Nikki Baby, shout out to her, because just because you want to get back don't mean you finna get back. And now she is taking him to child support court. And what has me screaming the most is the fact that Miss Ma'am says she only brings in about $4,000, but her bills are over $31,000. I think she said it's 30-some $1,000 are her bills, but a good portion of that, she said, somebody else is taking care of it, right? I feel like she trying to finesse him, and I am totally here for it. I have been laughing my ass off, because one thing I don't believe is that Nikki Baby is broke. She just got that money funneling through some other areas to hit him up.
I think I was about to say the same thing. Because isn't her family rich? They own a bunch of strip clubs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think she has the money coming directly to her, but she could if they just put her ass on payroll. So I do think that she is trying to finesse. But that's what happens.
And he's now asking the courts to pull her bank statements. I'm screaming.
Wow. I just don't understand. I guess essentially I do understand the psychology of you choosing to be with an ain't shit ass nigga, because finding somebody that's on your same level would require more from you. Like, it almost seemed like she wouldn't be able to be herself if she got with somebody that was more financially and mentally on her and her family's level. So she has to get with like a ignorant, biracial nigga, so that she can still be like the sexy Nikki Baby while trying to attain this traditional family structure that she values. To me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I think that what is actually naturally happening, which is you having to be a single mother in a multi-generational home with your parents, you and your kids, I think that is ideal. And I think you should stick with that. And I think any man that you fuck with should have to like basically buy you out of the house that you're living in with your parents and your kids. Like, they should be coming with all of the things, marriage and all of that, before you're willing to like leave your parents' home. Because why? Because why?
Right.
Like, you really went and had babies with this? To me, like, girl, you could have went and had IVF for all of this. Like, I don't know.
True.
Listen, I don't know why everybody be so mad at Ebony K. Williams, but to me, I would rather have the baby on my own if I know that's what I really want.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it on your own anyway.
Stupid ass
Yeah.
niggas. Oh my
I think
God.
Jello does a terrible job of communicating. I notice when he talks, he bounces his knee a lot. And I'm like, I think you have severe anxiety, whatever childhood trauma you got. Like, you really need to sit down on somebody's couch. But he's like, he doesn't want to have to do the therapy for whatever reason. And I think that's the biggest issue between the two of them. I don't even know how they got this far, because I think mentally he does not meet her where she is. But I do think financially they are on the same level. According to her records, he brings in over $600,000 a month, which would still be well over what she gets. But
they both.
Yeah, I think that's an exaggeration, but I do think they probably on the same level financially. But mentally, hell no, it's not worth it.
Actually, I think now that I'm thinking about it, what they have in common is that they don't, and this is most people, they don't really like themselves. I think that we see by all of the surgeries that she got that she never really felt beautiful unless she, and that's why she does all of this extra performative shit, because she doesn't feel beautiful just as. She has to do all this other shit in order to be, to feel beautiful about herself. And that's sad, but that's the reason why she would connect with a man that also you could tell doesn't have a lot of confidence in the way he speaks or his intellect.
Mm-hmm.
Tall and you could shoot a fucking ball, but you're probably an idiot, and people have your daddy probably been calling you an idiot your whole life and never probably had any real patience with you when it came to school and you understanding things. Just shoot the fucking ball, son, because you ain't gonna do shit else. So
I shut up and dribble.
listen,
Oh,
I
wow.
saw a podcast with him and his brother, and you could tell like the brother can speak. He
Mhm.
cannot, to the point that they was like trying to, the other men are like, nigga, can you explain? What are you saying?
Right.
Men don't understand. And that makes me feel like he has a lot of anxiety around verbally expressing himself, and he might have had some difficulties early on that didn't get any patience. And so now I think I'm stupid because I don't always know how to like speak, and she thinks she's ugly, and you know that's why she had to get all those surgeries, and that's how they would end up like lashing on to each other. Sad, but probably the case.
Yeah. It's a lot of that. Okay. Next child support case I want us to get to, and this isn't really a case, but Gilbert Arenas talks about his child support sitting up here with Evelyn Lozada, which I thought was kind of interesting because I could have sworn, didn't Laura Govan do a sit down with Carlos where I think she wanted that work from Evelyn, and then now Evelyn sent down with the baby daddy talking about this, because I think she said she bumped into her at the store or something like that, and she went the other way. It was something like that.
I missed it because I don't like them Govan girls, so I don't be running to listen to them say nothing. But,
yeah, I think it was like last year. But let's see what he talks about, because he's saying he paid $244,000 in child support a month.
Oh, that sounds like so much, but you're a millionaire. Shut the fuck up. It's not playing.
Yeah, we can't hear it. Oh, wait. No, we can't hear it. Can you hear that, Jamie?
We can't hear.
Oh, y'all can't hear? Lord have mercy.
You want to send a video on Instagram?
Yeah, let's send it on Instagram, and then I'll let one of y'all share it. Thanks. Okay.
You said I don't like them Govan girls.
I don't.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna wait till you do your thing, then I'm gonna go out and come in.
Okay, let me go ahead and share screen.
Gilbert Arenas wasn't a millionaire?
I was like, so with the child support, so there's like all this, you always hear things, right? So I know you were paying like a crazy amount at some point, right?
Yep.
So does that change once you retire? Is that like the issue with the court and going back?
Yeah. So, different states have different rules. So different states is friendlier to men than others, right? So,
but California,
and New York. Yeah, you are hit across the head. So we use a dissomaster. So it's not about how much you have, it's about how much you make, right? So let's say you're a billionaire, but you don't make anything, right? It's like everything says you're not making anything, you don't have to pay child support. Right? If you're making $300,000 and you have zero in the savings, they're going off that $300,000, and that's what you're paying child support off of. So they just put your number in, put how many days or your percentage of seeing them. They put, the woman's income in number, which obviously whoever makes the money is not going to like. And then you fight. One's fighting to get it down, one is fighting to keep it there or go up. Right? So, during my battle, the number was 244. So 244,000 a month. So that's what, I was offering nice little 20. You got a little 20, little dub. We good. Laughed at that dub. Nigga, please. Right. Damn. Then, that's what the battle was about the whole time.
244,000 a month is insanity. Like,
actually,
3 children.
It was 4.
4 kids.
Yeah,
oh, 4. No, it's not.
The bad. It wasn't even a bad part,
no,
but it
not.
Was. And then I paid for school, and then I paid for the house, and then I paid for nanny. So it's like, what is the 244 for?
So then you retire, right? So you're not making the same income.
Yeah. So once my income dropped, I went in there like, I don't make that kind of money to support, the child support. So right off the jump, it dropped from 44,000 to about 7 overnight.
Yeah.
Child support kicking my ass. Stay down.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so with the child support, so there's like all this, you always hear things, right? So I know you were paying like.
I just want to say that I looked it up. That nigga had a $62 million contract as his last contract. 62 million.
So 20,000 is sickening. What was that gonna cover?
And for 4 fucking children, she got paid $244,000 a month. That only ended up being a little under $3 million a year.
Weren't they married though? Or no?
I thought they were
married. I thought that probably
may
would
have
have been
been
spousal support.
Well,
Maybe not.
4 fucking children, and you made $62 million off of one of your contracts.
How long was the contract for?
I was trying to see, but I'm not sure. They said it was the remainder of his previous large contract with the Wizards or the Magic.
And then he ended up taking the kids from her, I thought.
I think so.
I thought he ended up getting full custody or something.
But to me, I feel like what ends up happening most of the time is y'all niggas don't actually like spend your money properly. And so when these things happen and it comes time for you to pay for your kids and your wife and whatever, now you don't have the same amount of money, but you were spending with reckless abandon. And, eventually you get to a point you don't have money and now you're going to act like the lady is hitting you up when at the end of the day, you made $62 million over a course of a few years, which is still a lot of money to make. And who knows outside of the contract, because he could have been making shit off of other deals. We've seen, Gilbert on television shows and all of that. So I don't believe for a second that you couldn't afford it. I just think y'all don't like paying a lot of money for women. Y'all are no longer fucking, and you wanted to give her $20,000 a month for 4 children. Nigga, I hope you choke. Are you serious?
Truly. And I also wanted to point out how he mentioned, I was paying for school, I was paying for the nanny, I was paying for this. Child support is simply to reimburse the primary parent for the expenses that they incur for having an additional load. So he's not saying that he probably seen the kids a handful of times a year, and she had them 100% of the time, pretty much. So you still got to reimburse her for her time, for the extra electricity bill because she got all 4 kids in the house. So yeah, it doesn't matter. You should be paying for child support plus the daycare and nanny and all that stuff, because this is the thing. Stop having so many kids if you don't realize that when you leave, you still have to support the mother, and that's the fucking problem for me, because you use this woman as a vessel for her to have the kids for you, and then once you stop fucking with the woman, you think that you still don't owe anything to her. That's the cost once you decide to get somebody pregnant, not once but 3 times over, and then leave her with the children almost full time. You should be paying it. Maybe a lot of y'all niggas will stop getting people pregnant and thinking that comes at no cost, that you don't have to support the woman. Like, that's a responsibility that you pick up in the long run. People are so fucking stupid.
Yeah, 4 kids.
Yeah, I don't care if you're making $20 down to the Amazon.
And
they want the percent.
It was all well and good to get with somebody that was smart and astute when you could use her as an arm piece, right? 2-parent household and all of that shit. But when a bitch smart and was able to go down with them attorneys, okay, parents had bank to help pay for attorneys so you could make sure you got what you needed to get. Because when I remember them on Iyanla and all of that, it very much gave their parents created the toxicity in their lives, but their parents were very stable and was taking care of, you know what I'm saying? Like, these kids didn't really grow up starving or anything. They look like they grew up like, with a level of education and access. That means when they get with these men, they're not just like broads off the street that y'all think. No, these are girls that were raised for this.
Did you see Evelyn and her daughter's reaction though? They was like, fuck, we didn't do it right.
Right.
He said 244,000. They said, like, shit, we ain't, we're not doing enough.
I'm hollering.
Because y'all fucking, well, first of all, I think Evelyn, you didn't have enough kids for the right one dude, which is honestly a better situation for you, that you lived your life the way you did, more free.
Yeah.
But your daughter, the game?
No, really, that. Oh, the
not even a baseball player. Not even a baseball player. The game.
The game.
Asean.
The game.
Girl.
And then after that, she was just drinking her wine because she like, fuck. And you can still get the 244, Shanice. You can still get it.
Can she?
Yes, from
yes,
the
you pretty.
From another. Oh wow.
Yeah, not from the game.
Asian, Indian,
you
white,
got it. Go find you one.
Don't have a baby to get it. Please don't.
No, get married first. Get married first. Get married for at least 2 years. Make sure your prenup includes like a monthly bill to pay for everything that you're gonna be doing in a relationship, money on the back end, some type of retirement fund for you. Like make sure all of that shit, all of those ducks are in a row, marry the motherfucker, and then start having the children as necessary as you feel to do so.
Right.
Clocking that each child adds to a percentage amount that you will receive if and when you guys break up.
Right. Her child need a sibling anyway.
But I also say be mindful because I feel like men are also not finna let y'all keep playing them, right? How they see it, that they gonna go to the point where they gonna take the damn kids from you. You ain't getting shit out of me and you ain't gonna be able to see your children.
They will.
So that's something that you got to be mindful of. If Gilbert just sat up there and snatched the damn kids from Laura.
So these are not the right rich men. The right rich men know that this is the job. Like this is what you do.
The right
the woman, you give her the nice little setup. Y'all have the kids, you enjoy her, and then you send her on the way, put up in a house somewhere. So and she can get this right rich man because she was first of all raised by a hoe. She know how to play the game, and she has the aesthetic that she could get the richer of the men. It doesn't always have to be these hood niggas that she tends to get for herself. She could get with men that know what the job is. These other, like a lot of these niggas, they never had anything, so they don't really recognize how they're being stingy with a lot of money. They do, but they don't think about it the way average rich men think about it. Like this is a family. Like this is what you do. You pay for the family.
Yep.
Yeah.
You pay for the family.
Okay. So let's get into our last child support situation. And this is more of a custody battle, really. We here, and let me go ahead and add this, to the screen. Where is he at? Because this man to show burning. So DJ Mustard is seeking sole custody of his kids from his ex-wife, who he ended up leaving. And I believe he just had a child with his new girl, right? Then got proposed to her, whatever they got going on. But he's saying that her social media post violates the court order. So he's requesting about $30,000 in sanctions, and he's also trying to get the kids. So this is or the kids, shall I say. This is what she posted. Found some messages in my daughter's phone of my daughter telling her dad I had to work. And his response was she doesn't have a job, right? Then the child responded, yes, she does. Her dad argued back and said she doesn't have a job. She doesn't work, right? The child says, what are you talking about? She said she has a brand sleepover because my baby believes in my dreams. He, of course, gaslighted her and said, your mother doesn't have a job, right? Then she says, I'm truly sick and tired of the antics. I still don't have the football schedule. She says, Cody's car seat still isn't fixed, nor can I even get him to answer about it. Tried to give him mines at the school. He ran out so fast, forgot my baby's lunch pail. I'm so tired of him. Dijon, she says, I know you're reading this. I'm so sick of your shit. She says, a bitter man will gaslight you. Gaslight your own child, to make himself feel better. Mind you, 3 years ago, this was the same man that was screaming, shop sleepover, buying me Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, Richard Mille watches, diamonds, Birkin bags, skins. She says, now that he's not with me, he has to go out his way to diminish my light, not only publicly, but to my kids as well. You are jealous as fuck. How could someone so successful be so threatened by me? So these are some of the things that she went on to say about him. And now, because of what she said, he wants sanctions and he also wants to get custody of these kids. I think that's so foul.
And didn't he leave her?
Yeah.
That's right. He left her?
And
Why
made
are
her
you
turn
doing?
in, I think like one, I think she had to turn in like one of the cars. Maybe he let her keep
Yeah.
one, but like he really like put her through it with that divorce. And then he also, she said he was, I guess, trying to guilt trip her, like he had cancer or something like that. So
this is what happens. First of all, when we keep trying to tell y'all that marriage does not benefit women at large, it benefits men. So women have to make sure that the paperwork is in order and that everything is up to par. I don't care what you think the nigga got or don't have. You have to have these conversations, because the way these niggas be trying to set you up to get nothing out of the situation, to sacrifice your body and most of your 20s and 30s and all of this shit so that they could try to jip you on shit they know that they should be giving you or splitting with you and stuff like that. This is why when Mariah the Scientist is up there, I think I'm getting married, and we like, girl, no, don't do it. And y'all in the fucking comments talking about why y'all can't never be happy for nobody. Bitch, this is why. Because ugly ass niggas that you shouldn't have never fucked with in the first fucking place can make your life miserable.
Ugly and fat. He was fat at the time.
Yeah.
yeah, and they both were. They lost all that weight.
She was fat?
She was, I ain't gonna say fat, but I will say she was a bigger woman. They were both
Said they
big.
both were. Didn't know that.
To me,
They were
she's
both
still
bigger.
pretty. She's
Said
still
they-
pretty. He could have been fat and he was still ugly. They both could have been fat and she would still be the pretty one and he would still be the ugly one. And listen, this is probably how they got together, right? She fat. She don't have a lot of self-esteem. He ugly. He know he ugly. And he think that he got him with, oh, I know she got a little low self-esteem because she got a little fat on her, but she's still prettier than I deserve. So I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah, she pretty as hell. Then I'm sure she was prettier, not prettier, but still better looking than him, even when they both was bigger.
That's why it's like when she thinking like, why would this man with all of this, why would he be trying to like ruin me? Because girl, you're a girl. I don't know how many times we gotta keep telling y'all these niggas hate y'all just off GP. Bitch, you're not supposed to be flourishing.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. It's because he wants her to be broken down somewhere.
Yes.
Like I left, so that should have sucked the whole soul out of you. Yes.
You should be ugly. You should be broke down. You should look like a crackhead right now because you're not with me no more. And then I could come along and be like, bitch, I might let you suck my dick if you trying to get back together. And then she's like, oh my God, yes, I'll suck your dick. And now they back together. That's what they think gonna happen in their mind.
If you want the baby car seat fixed, you better get on your knees.
That type of shit. Like, nigga, motherfucking.
Right. But it's your kid's car seat.
Yeah. I'm trying to find some pictures of them.
Oh,
when
okay.
they were like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
bigger and then slim down.
It's still giving church girl pretty face.
Wow.
Even with being big. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He lost his shit. Okay.
Very pretty.
You know the thing about this? His downfall gonna be something serious. And I'm not wishing it at all. But what I'm saying is this nigga lost weight, became successful, and got the confidence that really spiked his ego into a territory of this being evil. So I can only imagine what his downfall is gonna be, because I don't know. It's crazy because he used to be unattractive and not as successful. And now that you have all this power, this is how you choose to use it. Right. That's why I feel like the downfall gonna be heavy. Ooh, speaking of heavy.
Heavy. So heavy, baby. He can't breathe. Yeah, nah. I feel like that lady was still way more attractive than he deserved. And that's wild that you would try to take that lady kids from her. So you don't have to pay her no money. Y'all, there's a special place in hell for all of you bitch ass niggas. Absolutely.
I feel like I just hope that if she decides she wants to write a book, he can't stop her from writing her book. I would hope. Because, I mean, obviously she can't say certain things about him on social media, but it's like, what if I want to write a book about my experience as a wife? I would hope. But I mean, how he's been such a bitch, he would definitely try to stop her in all ways. But best of luck. I hate it. But anything else on?
Tell these niggas they
Mustard?
ugly. Tell these niggas they fat. Tell them they ugly. Tell them that they fat. Thank me later.
All right. All right, y'all. Let's get into Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's talk about these ladies. There are a few things that took place. Like Ashley did not know that there was a Black national anthem. Maybe there are a lot of people that didn't know. I don't know. But Ashley was
Non-Black
asking,
people.
is there one?
I mean, she's not really Black, hun. So that would make sense.
Did not.
She thinks she is even more.
Now she thinks she's Black.
She's stepping in. We're trying to step into being. She giving that my husband is not racist to Mary Mowry voice. Like she's stepping into that lying asshole. Let me see what the potato salad hit for. Ooh, did you put raisins in the potato salad? What? Where is the damaged curl Ashley Darby we know? What is going on?
Girl.
Ashley's a mess. And she was the main one holding the mic too.
She can't
sing.
Say what? She can't sing. She can't sing at all. She keep trying, y'all. She can't sing. She can't sing.
She can't. She can't.
Sorry.
Stacey and Kiana had to sit down, talking through their stuff. Do y'all feel like Kay is aggressive?
Yes.
I don't like her.
So I did another panel last night with Mims, Rodney, Scotty, and Gabor, and they were saying that they're in the scene with Stacey and Kiana kind of going at it at Giselle's event. Somebody had to push Kay back a bit, in that I didn't notice it, but I believe they saw it, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I didn't really think Kay was aggressive.
She's very
high strung. That's probably why she got clocked in the forehead. That's probably why she got clocked in the forehead.
She's very aggressive though. Like I could see like even like the face, my life, and it's like
my man,
yeah,
social worker man.
Oh my.
No shade to social workers. I'm just saying,
it ain't money like that. And remember when he came in the scene and just pulled out money for no reason? That was very weird.
Yeah, that was. That was very
I don't like
weird.
anything about Kay. That's a lie to say anything. I think she's pretty, and I think she dresses well.
Yes,
but it's just so disappointing. I clocked this very early on, and I told y'all when she did the Watch What Happens Live interview, it was something about her. Y'all remember? I was like, it's something about her that just gives like I'm the shit, and I didn't really like it.
She thought she was in charge of the girls at the beginning of the season.
She thinks she is, but people liked her because she was just getting in where she fit in, speaking up in her first season. When I would say when she was a friend of, not the very first one. But yeah, I'm not fucking with her.
Damn.
You in charge of the girls, but not in charge of your man. How that work?
Plus, I just be thinking they be giving too much energy to Stacey. Like I don't know what that, but she specifically gives a lot of energy to Stacey, and it low key. I don't know, y'all tell me, but it does feel like you are one of the main people that wanted to lie and make it seem like Stacey said that shit to Chris that really the big titty bitch said. So
I think she was the one who wanted to put her neck on the line because she wanted to seem like she Billy Badass. Like I'll do it. That's why when Monique showed up, she was the first to tell her that she knew Chris.
Yeah.
Cause she said she was with your man. Now what, girl? I don't even know you. What else?
Yeah.
What you gonna do, girl? What?
Weird. That's terrible. I hate that for Kay. It's giving a fall from grace just a bit, maybe a lot of bit, but it sucks. Cause I still kind of like her a little bit. I just think that some of her arguments doesn't make sense this season.
I don't like her.
But I just feel like if I've endured Ashley Darby for as many years as I have, I feel like I can endure Kay a little bit more. So
I don't think I'm asking for her to get fired or anything.
I just had to shut the fuck up because did you hear me unmute my mic and I said, why do you like her a little bit? And then you said if I could endure Ashley Darby, and I love Ashley. So I was like, oh, let me shut my ass up because
that was a read. That was a read. What you mean you can't take yarn up, but you can take fucking Ashley for 10 seasons of this crazy shit?
Right. That's what she said. So I said,
That's
Never
basically
mind.
and I'm not even gonna lie, I agree. I don't like Ashley. I told you I fast forward through Ashley's scenes by herself. She's not even interesting enough for me to give a fuck. Kiarna, I don't know her, so I'm still kind of interested.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the overly aggressive shit, but then also like kowtow into these weird assholes. Like y'all be like, oh, Billy badass, like you said, but then also when Giselle or Ashley comes around, now everybody's fucking scary.
How y'all feel about Angel? Number one, the move that she had to make out of nowhere, and just her being on the show, because a lot of people don't want to see her back at all.
I don't know how the fuck to feel about her. Cause like in some minutes, I'm like, girl, what is going on? Like I can see how people are annoyed with her and like this pretentious thing. But I also feel like when she explained what happened with the house, that the people double booked, that does happen with Airbnbs.
That's an Airbnb.
Yeah, it was an Airbnb. And everybody's acting like, oh, she was acting like she had more money than, well, all of y'all do. This is Potomac. Don't none of y'all have no fucking money, Giselle.
Okay.
You was over there building a
very
house
true.
like a Jamaican.
No,
Like,
saying Bondy, because they were laughing when they was laughing and said, Angel said, "I want a house to look like it's $50,000 a month, but I only want to spend 3 to 5." I was like, Giselle, why are you cackling? Like your house looks
Thank
like
you.
it can't cost any more than 5,000 a month.
Thank
and
you.
Anymore.
And Wendy. And
Please.
Wendy.
Mhm.
We're all inquiring minds want to know, girl, how are we fully renovating, paying for our mom, paying for our wardrobe, all like, girl, what? And scamming? Come on, girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, you can't be like, girl, you ain't got no money when it's like you stealing though. Like,
When I tell you everybody looked lame in that scene to me, it was so lame. And it was really, Wendy kind of disappointed me this past episode, because it was like, why are you giving Giselle-esque? Like, we don't need you to let Giselle got that. You don't have to do that. It was just a little, I ain't like it. I was disappointed in Wendy. Like, damn.
Where is
It was her trying to get in cool with Giselle. Oh, Giselle's being nice to me. Let me do my best in this audition to be her bottom bitch since Robin's not here.
Yikes.
And now that some of the older people are off the show, I think Wendy feels real good, because now she's a vet in comparison to the other ladies. And that's why, and I don't like it. But y'all, we also got to understand, well, listen, they both AKAs, right? So they know about that whole process of pledging and all of that. So she probably right where she probably fit right in doing her thing.
Yeah.
She giving ADP. Giselle is the DP.
Listen. Followers. They're followers.
Ashley giving secretary or something. I don't know, but I just hate to see it. Wrong road.
Yeah.
I did not like that Stacey brought T. I like that she brought Timo. It was like in your face, but at the same time, it was like, you don't have to prove nothing to these ladies at all. Like, what we doing that for? So that was a miss. Anything about the event and Ashley doing the catfish and Wendy being on the mic continuing to say catfish this, catfish that, and Ashley saying that Bobby has a temper.
Yeah. Something else happened. Giselle said, it was Giselle saying that. Giselle reenacted it and said that Bobby said on the phone, "We'll get there when we get there." And Kathy was saying, was it Kay?
Yeah.
It was Kay who said, "I don't," and I think I'm thinking about the after show. But Kay says she believes that Bobby didn't realize that it was more people on the phone than just her.
Oh.
But it was irritating that Giselle made Bobby sound more aggressive than what it was. Like, he can't sound irritated that he know that y'all are badgering the fuck out of them.
Right. Like, we'll get there when we get there. Like, I'm so quick to say shit like that. You're not about to stress me out when I'm trying to get there. Like, we'll get there when we get there. And then when Kay said, like, everything that they've been, they had to pack up the house, like all of this shit that's going on. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. They got small kids packing shit up. That's a built-in excuse. Girl, listen, the kids were moving right now. You should be lucky we came. Like, stop talking to me.
He knew they was gonna eat his wife ass up though whenever they was in the kitchen asking her all them questions. Did y'all see how he just kind of stood and just smiled? He knew it was coming. He like, damn, you saying too much.
Damn. I think she did come there just for the show, thinking that it was gonna be over with within a certain amount of time. and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why they acting like that means something? Like, what that?
Giselle
Yeah.
wanted to tell me some damn eviction. I said that lady was not evicted.
Yes, like they were really trying to make it seem like the people broke and they couldn't afford to be there or some shit like that. Where it's like, no, like why you gotta be
And
so
see, that's the thing with Wendy for me. Girl, the people, and it's like, first of all, say Giselle said, because when it's you, Giselle gonna say, well, Wendy told me. It's not gonna be the people unless she's making it up. So first of all, say that Giselle said it, but when it's your turn and the people said that you was over there trying to fraud the insurance company, you gotta sit in that just a little piece. Because you was trying to push something else on somebody else, eviction or so. So now it's your turn and it sucks, but that's where we at, girl.
Real bad. But Angel did right just to get a short-term Airbnb because it's better for her to leave without her luggage.
I'm
screaming.
Yeah, now it makes sense for you to just go ahead and leave, and we can send you your luggage.
That's what they did, and we'll see everybody going to Colorado the next episode. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Anything else with Potomac? Because it wasn't a whole lot this episode. Okay, cool. All right. This is where the whole lot took place. Can I say that this past episode to me of Married to Medicine was super good because of the different situations that happens in marriages, relationships, whether it's just your boyfriend, parenting. Like, this was a good conversational piece, Married to Medicine. First things first, Contessa throws herself this party, and she's never had nobody throw a party for her before, right? But she goes around and she pretty much complains to everybody about her man being lazy as hell and not want to do that for her. Has the party, and Scott's ass, and I really could beat Scott for real. Like, he goes up, I'm thinking he finna get this lady a gift, y'all. I'm thinking he finna be like, I got something for her. No. This man said his mama told him that she was Rose. She'll go back on the boat and get you. Why was that instrumental in that moment? That was so, to me personally, ignorant, stupid. But again, we only saw a piece of the speech.
She posted the whole thing.
I'm just like, why not throw her?
It's on her TikTok because she was over there. See, they won't post all of this. They won't post all of this.
It wasn't giving nothing. It wasn't giving nothing at all.
It wasn't giving nothing. Contessa, just
I love you, and you're my baby, and girl.
Oh, that's all he said.
Girl, Contessa works on my fucking nerves, and another oppressed lesbian, and to just go live in her truth and stop making everybody miserable. But the Scott situation, like the speech was like annoying to me because it's like in 2025, you still think that it is a compliment for a woman to be self-sacrificing. Like, that's how you want her to view y'all's relationship? Like, she willing to go back on a fucking boat and possibly die and drown so that she can make sure that you're with her? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. But I also feel like, yeah, that's not something I want my man to feel about me. I want him to feel like, bitch, you better get off this fucking boat. You better get off this boat. Don't come back for me. Like, I don't want you to want me to sacrifice myself for you. I want you to be like, no, bitch. Save yourself.
Yeah, save yourself. Yeah, I was absolutely triggered going with this episode from Contessa because when I really first started getting into Married to Medicine, I think that was the same season or maybe the season after was whenever the whole thing with Scott happened. She came on the show, complained to everybody about Scott, and then had Quad speaking on her behalf. And she was, and by the time we got to the reunion, she was up there screaming and crying like everybody needs to shut the fuck up talking about her husband. Then what irritated me even more is that she tried to make this into a feminist ass thing. And my thing is, if you was really like, I wish they would have clocked her ass. Because if you was really a feminist, one, you wouldn't have chose Scott. Two, you would have left Scott. You would have left Scott's ass, and you would have done everything on your own. Like, what's the point in having a mate if they can't do things for you? And I guess she's saying like by year 30 he might change. Simone, he won't. He won't. She like, cause I hate my nigga. That's basically what she said. But yeah,
I love
no,
how
I'm
Simone
sorry.
said that to her. I've been married 29 years, and I'm telling you, he won't. I loved it. Clownery and the dancery, 1000%. Contessa said, I would, if I focus on the negative, I'll be single like a lot of these other people out here.
Like, that's the worst. Like, you still think that's the worst thing in the world to be single? When you was living, you went to school in a whole nother fucking city so you could get away from these people, and you really want to sit up there in front of us and act like being single is the worst thing when you literally went to a school. You went to school so you can go live by yourself for a few days out the fucking week.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And gonna give Brandy unwanted advice. And I'm like, but are you telling your daughters that? Tell them
What
that.
did y'all think of? She was bitter as fuck at. Is that Brandy's dinner? That's who you was talking about.
She was terrible at that dinner. Terrible.
Bitter as fuck. Brandy throwing that party and talking about her husband threw it for her. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like, I'm happy your husband did it for you, but also feeling like it was a weird ass move to make, knowing that you had offered to speak to Scott about the way that Contessa was feeling. You know, like I honestly think
so you think she got him to do that to?
I don't think she got him to do it, and I don't think that she should have been quiet about her husband doing it. But it's the fact that I don't think she really acknowledged that she was being used as a pawn in order to punt this. Let's make Contessa realize what she's experiencing. Let's make Contessa look dumb, and she allowed them to use her as a pawn in that. But it was weird that she allowed them to do that because she was like, oh, you want me to speak to Scott? I'll speak to Scott for you. If that scene didn't happen and she was just ignorant to how Contessa truly felt about it, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But because Contessa confided in you, no matter the fact that she switched up, for you to then allow them to use you is weird.
I'm sure Brandy will have some weird moments. Anybody that wants to be on Married to Medicine is probably weird.
Yeah, it was for the show, for sure.
You know? But the thing that aggravated me was the fact that Simone backpedaled and pussy popped on the situation. Whatever she said about Cecil, when she was up there on that live with her sons and him, she was backpedaling and not standing on it. Like, girl, just stand on it and say, I was talking about you. You don't do the shit that I need for you to do. I just finished cursing your ass out because you don't ever defend me and you don't think like me and you're not on my motherfucking side. So why would I be sitting up here on this live acting like that's not what I meant when that's absolutely what I meant? These niggas not gonna do it. If they not already doing it, they're not gonna do it. And to me, we all know that. And I was shocked that they were actually being honest about the fact that if the men aren't already doing it, they're not going to do it.
Right.
Like, you really have to be okay with being alone. And that's, to me, like the part that these very accomplished grown women are not okay with being alone is so sad to me because it weakens them. It means they are now in miserable situations that they don't have to be in simply because they are scared of what? Their own company?
But what the kick, I think majority of men who do the bare minimum in these relationships, when they leave and start a new relationship, and I feel like this is the majority of men, they'll do whatever the woman is requiring if they want the woman. Like, I don't think that just because Cecil is bare minimum as fuck, he'd always be bare minimum. He's bare minimum because he know he doesn't have to.
Exactly.
He can rest in knowing that you're going to take care of that. But if he meets another woman and, you know, she set something up differently, then it's going to be different. So...
And Cecil, I feel like is like so resentful of having to give up that friendship that he had. And so to me, I'm like, Simone, like, stop being mad at everybody else, just leave them. I think Simone is really mad that she was convinced to stay in that relationship. Especially because, and I wonder, somebody made a good point about how she might be mad at Quad because Quad was one of the main people telling her to stay with Cecil when you went ahead and left your husband. But I feel like everybody's husband is different. And, you know, your husband wasn't dragging your ass down the stairs. So it was a different situation and you didn't give a fuck about the fact that that was happening to Quad. You just wanted her to stay in the marriage. So I low-key feel like that's not even a good enough reason for Simone to be going at Quad the way she does. Like, it's all just a projection of these women not being happy and just refusing to like let go. Just let go.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm. That's what I want Quad to kind of do with King.
Ooh,
King
release
has
him.
always seemed a little off a bit to me. And I just don't, I already knew this was gonna happen though. And I feel like I said it in one of my reviews. When you get Gregory and Tisha off the show, it's going to allow people to focus on you and King. And King is awkward. Did y'all notice when they were in the kitchen talking how he looked at her like his face was scrunched up? And I'm like, are you looking at her in disgust because of her, or is it because of the process of the fertility? But he did it again in the confessional. And I'm starting to question, are you resenting her? Do you not like her? And why are we not at your house? It's like, I don't know, something about it just seems to me that he don't like her as much as she likes him.
He don't.
And why we not at your house? Why we always at Quad house? I do feel like he is not on Quad level.
And he always cracking jokes at her. But watching Quad and King remind me of all the clips that we're seeing of Candy and Todd.
Yes, that's why I call him Todd 2.0.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, see? Yeah, it reminds me of Candy and Todd. And honestly, I don't know if Quad should be so worked up about having a baby, because maybe this ain't it.
And I don't understand why you want to have a baby anyway at this point. You're like 45. And I'm not saying that in a way like you can't do it. I'm saying in a way that most of your life has been lived. Why not just enjoy the rest of it on your own, girl? Have your dogs, have your vacations and your nice homes, and your, ever so often have a long-term relationship. But like there should be other things. And I feel like the only reason you feel like you want to rush to have a baby is because, first of all, you might feel like your time is running out. And it's like, if you don't use it, you feel like, damn, I should have used it. And no, like, I don't know. I feel like people be forcing having kids a lot of the time because they feel like their womanhood is predicated on accomplishing this goal. But the truth of the matter is, kids ain't for everybody. Everybody don't need to have kids. Most motherfuckers shouldn't have kids. And you damn sure shouldn't be going through IVF with a man that's telling you that the child is
a blessing in disguise. Okay, he dodged a bullet. He spent all this time to dodge a bullet.
He made it seem like the IVF was her journey alone. Like the way he like her going through IVF was something that happened to him, which was, oh, I'm gonna have to deal with the next 24 hours of hell after she takes this shot. Fuck you. This ain't about you. This is about her having a baby. So I honestly think that women should be cautious when they choose to go through IVF or either surrogacy with your partner, because men, I feel like, oftentimes don't even understand like the reality of bringing a child into the world. So for them to go through this non-traditional process, or I guess I would say to have a child, they still not prepared. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking so much about Todd and Candy and how the last two kids. Wait, did Candy carry Ace? Candy carried Ace, but but not the last one. And I just remember the clip, or not remember. I just saw the clip not too long ago of them doing the videos, and he talking about, oh, the baby crying. I don't know. I just feel like it's the odds of men being even more disconnected from the mother and child, I feel like, are higher.
And
especially after having one already.
That situation with Candy and Todd, I really wish that people would go and rewatch that shit, because that idea that he's more of a parent to the kids than she is, I think it's cap. I think it's a lie that y'all think happens because Candy works more. But to me, if you go back and watch and listen to some of the conversations, they're both out of town a lot. Todd just doesn't work when he's out of town. He's just going to visit his friends. He's going to a football game or a basketball game, or one of his homeboys that is successful or rich is going to be on the island and he's just going to go hang out with his buddies. Like, Todd is not there either. Todd is just somewhere not working. So because y'all always see Candy working, you assume that Todd is at home with the kids. But let's really think about this for a second. When have y'all actually really physically seen Todd feeding a baby a bottle, changing a diaper, walking around with a baby, like, you know, holding a baby or something like that. I feel like we may have seen like small moments like that, but when I really look back on it, Candy always had a fucking nanny and a house full of people to help her. I think we are overestimating how much he was actually doing and taking care of the children, like on a day-to-day basis, as far as feeding and cleaning and
I
making
did see
sure, you know.
I saw a clip on TikTok of Candy feeding. I think it could have been Blaze, and Ty was getting ready to go hang out for the night or something. He was getting ready to leave the house for sure. But
Yes,
yeah, I
that's
remember
when
seeing
the
that
baby
clip.
was 2 days old.
Yes,
The
I
baby
saw
was 2
that.
days old, and he went to the club. But I saw one comment from Taco 281, and it said that they feel, huh?
I'm sorry, that just made me mad all over again when you said 2 days old. Cause it's like, nigga, you
Oh.
can't wait a week before you leave this house again. You don't have a fucking job to go to.
Yeah, the baby was 2 days old, and 2 days older, he even went out back-to-back nights or something. It was something crazy. But yeah, the comment from Taco 281 mentioned that they think that Quad is doing it to get back at Greg, and I hate to say it, y'all, but I agree.
What?
I don't think I agree, and I don't think that it's on some I want Greg to suck it. I think it's more so like I want everyone to know that I can attain everything with the right man. And that's what she was given. That's what she was given when they was on the show with Greg and Sweet Tea. She was
Yeah.
happy with him, but also wanted to have that moment of like, nah, 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 boo boo, I'm doing good. So I think it's a little bit of that. I also think it's a little bit of trauma because of what happened with her niece, who she was
Yeah.
a guardian for.
Yeah, that's what I
So
really think made her want a child. I don't really think it's as much about Sweet Tea and Greg, because they're not even accomplishing that goal over there. So I don't think she's, you know, putting a needle in her fucking side to be in competition with people that she's already winning over. I think it was really because of what happened with the little niece, and what that experience was probably like for her. I think she did enjoy having that little girl in her house, and I think she enjoyed taking care of her. And, you know, and for that to happen, to me, I could see it being like a loss. You know how like when you have a miscarriage, or when you thought that you were pregnant and you weren't, like the excitement that happens when you start to think it's real, how you feel after you find out that it's not, it makes you want a baby.
That, and I think Quad is a she just likes to take care of people too, right? Because she took in her brother's son as well. I think she did that before the niece. I thought it could have been after, but I could tell like that's a desire of hers, is to be a mom. I think her thing is just always wanting it to be with the right person. Greg wasn't the right person, and I don't think King is either.
I don't either. But I think she's getting to the point where it's like, that's why she's not asking him for him to marry her first, because she has to do it. I'm not downplaying Sweet Tea. They haven't had a baby. Like, how are we competing with somebody that also hasn't had the baby? That's what I'm saying.
That she's competing, but what I'm saying is I think that Quad, I was just saying, I think that Quad is eager to flex, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think it's it's completely directed at Greg and Sweet Tea, but I think she's eager to flex, so eager that she's rushing to have a baby with King, even if some things don't really hit it on 100%, just because it's better than Greg, because it's things that we're seeing where it's like, this should give you pause. But I think she's just so fucking eager to say, I found the right man, and I'm still going to get the full picture of what society says I should have.
I think it's some of that, but I really do think it's more of a like, I'm getting older and I need to hurry up and get this done. And it didn't matter what man was in the space. This might have been the time that I need to make sure that this happens. And
when you got doctors like Jackie and Simone around you, that's very, even more pressure.
I don't think that she should be doing it like this, but I could also see like the pressure to make it happen. And also, I think, you know, one of the main things is that when you've already been in an abusive relationship, when you get into another relationship and that relationship is just a little bit better, it's going to seem like it's so much better than it really is. So I think like that combination of things, like her being older now and like having this biological clock that if I want to carry the baby, I'm going to need to get this shit done. I spent too much time with that other nigga. Now I'm with this man. At least, you know, I'm enjoying the sex with him. He has his own stuff. Like it just gives that at least this is a better situation than the last and I'm running out of time. That's what I think it's more of than the competition. But I do agree that she loves to flex, and it's an opportunity to flex and be like, I got it before you did. Now what, nigga?
Right. I wanted to play a video. I gotta go to his page though. Shout out to Binge Worthy. And I just want y'all to watch this real quick and tell me if y'all caught anything. I could be reading too much into this too. Let me make sure. I think this is the one here. Is this it? No, that's not it. I think it's this one here. Okay, boom. Let me share this tab. I just want y'all to watch this real quick. Hopefully the sound is acting right. Okay. Let me know that y'all can hear it.
The people kind of cheated on me a little bit, dog. They did. The people did cheat on me.
I already know that there's one thing that you guys hate more than Dr. Simone screaming and yelling. It's her screaming and yelling at Quad over and over again. So you already know that I had to make sure that this drama between them was over for good.
Right, this is growth. Right.
I got a chance to watch episode 2.
What's T? What's T? What is it giving?
I love that.
What is it giving?
I asked Quad what made her decide to be the one to apologize first, because it looks like from here on out, her and Dr. Simone are finally going to be good.
Is that what it looks like? Take me through that. Take me through that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. We have just both been disappointed by one another, and there's been a lack of communication.
I was cracking up because King just kept distracting her.
Sounds like a real relationship.
We are in a relationship.
But at the same time, I felt like he was making the interview a lot more funny.
Simone and I are in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with all these girls.
Disappointment, love, accountability.
All of that. Those are the things that people need to understand.
I don't know, y'all. I really do feel like these two are going to be right back tussling in just a few more weeks.
I really do think so. Are the people faithful?
Yeah, are y'all faithful to each other?
The people kind of cheated on me a little bit, dog. They did. The people did cheat on me.
Who did she cheat with?
No, the people kind of cheated on me.
What did y'all catch?
Him interrupting her consistently meant making the interview about him, like curtailing the energy back towards him instead of it just being about her. Also, the jacket was obnoxious as fuck.
What you got, Necey?
I didn't notice him.
You didn't notice him?
No, because she's so fucking extra.
Good night.
I didn't notice him. I wasn't even paying him no attention.
What I was catching was when she was talking about the relationship with her and Dr. Simone, and he kind of jumped in and kind of highlighted that the same issues you have with Simone, we have with each other.
Oh.
And she kind of caught that as well.
I didn't hear that part.
I didn't hear it either.
Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, accountability, this and that. He was first, he said, sound like y'all in a real relationship, because to me, he's reflecting on his relationship with her. And she's like, yeah, we are in a relationship. He's like, accountability, this, that. She follows up with it. And then he says something about cheating or whatever. She's like, I don't know. Is the people cheating? The people kind of cheated on me a little bit. And I'm like, huh?
Oh. Okay, I was not that part. I was like, is that what is she?
I thought she was talking about.
I don't know if she was saying he cheated, but I do feel like he was. Say what?
I thought she was talking about Simone and Simone being on that live with Sweet Tea. That was Simone cheating on her, like, bitch.
Right. But you know how the Barbs love to say double entendre?
Yes.
It was giving that, like the parallels between what's happening with us and what's happening with you and your friend.
I could definitely see him cheating on her with like an Ariane type bitch so that he could feel like a man. I can see that.
When I do hear cheating, I feel like they could have taken a break because, people have had rumors, they're not together no more. They're not together. Yeah. I can see it where maybe they've taken a break and he went on a date with somebody. And it probably was just something like that. Or he probably was just out and about and it was taken to be deeper than what it was.
I agree, Jamie. I was going to say that it's probably based on technicalities. I don't think he would ever. Well, let me not say that. I don't think she would be with him if he full out cheated on her. She's too self-assured. She wouldn't do that.
You ain't gonna play in my face like that.
Which I love.
But he gonna
be sticky to
make her think that it was a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, let her know you going on a date or something. And now she like, what you mean you going on a date? Now she get all nervous and shit because she thinks somebody gonna take this goofy ass nigga from her.
Yes.
He's goofy. That's another thing. He's goofy as fuck. And I can just see it all over him. Annoying. I wish he would speak up. I probably would be cursing his ass out. Why the fuck you keep whispering and mumbling, nigga? You trying to stress me the fuck out?
No,
Like,
I couldn't hear him, y'all. I couldn't hear him at all because they talking at two way different volumes. I couldn't even.
You need to bring it down. He need to bring it up.
He need to bring it up.
Y'all not helping each other.
Right. My brain was only aligned with listening to the higher volume and the little down.
Yeah, I
Also,
need
like,
him
why
to.
she moving and all of that, y'all. She was moving so much. I'm like, why are you moving so much? You seem like you nervous. I don't know.
You know, Quad's always been like that.
I know she's like loud, but there was like all right, girl. Like, why you doing? You know, like just stand there and look cute, and then do the voices and stuff. But you ain't have to be. How many times she was gonna walk back and forth?
Yeah,
like, she was just doing a lot. I was like, all right, girl.
My favorite scene in Quad is when they was in who was it? Contessa's movie room, and they was showing the video footage of herself, and Contessa was in there. I mean, not Contessa. Quad gave that long ass monologue that sounded like she was about to start rapping a Meek Mill song. I gotta find it.
I remember that. That was such a funny scene. I think at some point Simone was screaming at each other for no reason. Like they were screaming, like they were not arguing. They were just screaming at each other. I forgot, but it was hilarious. The only thing I remember is that tacky ass like costume wig that Contessa had on, and I feel like that might have been the beginning of Contessa just wearing costumes for no reason. Like this is, you know what I mean? Like she's just always in costume, and I feel like even her 70th birthday party was like more costumey than it needed to be. Like there was a way to make that look less Party City. It's
the prom dress.
Like the prom dress, but Scott with the wig, I was like, girl, you don't love that man. You let him come to the like pimp. Like, do y'all know the type of swag the 70s niggas had? Y'all could have really took this shit to, you know, like a very nice level. Like, you know, archive. You know what I'm saying? Bell bottoms with all kind of interesting, beautiful prints and shit like that. Like this just could have been done in a way that would have been like real, like cute. And it was just done in a way that was cheap and tacky. And it also made me look at Contessa like, as much as I love a 70s pimp style players ball, I have to wonder, why is that something you wanted to do exactly? Like, I don't know. Like, it always makes me think about her dad being a crackhead and how that affects her as an adult. You know?
Damn.
I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know. Making, you know, connections that ain't connecting all the way yet. But it's just something in there that was like, Contessa, what's going on, my girl?
Something was in there in that pan too that shouldn't have been in that damn pan when it came to Dr. Simone's sons. Because why y'all still got the paper and the glue in the pan with the food, the cooked food? What's going on? Simone finally has to sit down with her sons, right? First of all, Miles knew not to say mother thing. You hear me? Miles was like, I ain't, mama, don't go there. Okay. Michael is ready to give you a run for your damn money. But the person I really could have folded up the most was Cecil.
Sad.
The way, first of all, $60,000. What the hell you been doing with a credit card? Do you know they could have paid for your full ride at Georgia State Law School?
Not working. And everything he buys being charged on that credit card. Food, outfits, going out, whatever he takes a girl on a date.
Yes.
He's spending everything on that credit card. That's how you get that, because that nigga ain't working and he ain't doing shit.
And don't want the Jeep no more because he want a new car. Because y'all tired of that car. But can't tell you how he finna go about paying for law school. And then that's the thing. He didn't even offer what he could try to do, possibly do. I can do this and alleviate some of the book costs. Like he didn't offer her nothing but attitude. And the fact that Cecil did not check him when that boy got loud with her and then started to, well, he didn't get too loud. He started to elevate his
bug
voice.
eyes for me. Like who the fuck
reference white people and what they got going on?
He was talking to her. I hate that I'm laughing. They were talking to her like they all thought she was a fucking slave.
Yes.
Because literally, if they would have took that scene and put it into fucking Django and changed the son into a master, that would have been believable as fuck. Because that man said to her, that boy said to her, you can go get your iPad, and when you bring it back, it better not have nothing in it that makes you want to throw your food on the floor and feed it to the dog. What?
And she said,
it might. That's what she said. It might.
And laugh. No, ma'am.
No, the
She should have
conversation
slapped
would
the
have been
fuck out of him.
the conversation should have been totally different. And even if you're not gonna haul off and hit him, right? It should have been a conversation of, listen, son, I know that I allow for y'all to be, grown adults and have y'all feelings and stuff like that. But you don't pay for anything, and I don't know who the fuck you talking to. But as soon as I say we need to sit down and talk about this, we either gonna sit down and talk about it, or I'm turning everything off. The cell phone, the credit card, the gas. I'm turning off everything, bitch. You turn off the Wi-Fi in this motherfucking house if I have to. I'll turn off the Wi-Fi at your motherfucking house. Like, see, they wasn't raised like the Cecil and Simone weren't raised right, because y'all don't know how to like deal with children that are obviously acting as if you owe them these things that you really don't.
It's the lack of reinforcement for me and not being on the same page as your wife, that after this boy said all that he said, he didn't say I have parents that do good for themselves. He said I have a mama that do good for herself. Right? Then you turn around and say, Cecil, well, I think that Michael's point is valid. What fucking point? He don't have a point. Not when the points is on my damn credit card because he keep running that bitch up. Like, what is you talking about? What points are you talking about?
I think the point that he was trying to make, which I could see the angle he was taking, but I heavily disagree with it, is like a lot of Black people feel like because I got it out the mud, you should get it out the mud too. Or like you 18, get the fuck out the house. That does not apply to this situation in any ounce, like at all.
That's why I didn't agree with no point he was trying to make. When you're living in a home damn near rent free, your undergraduate degree was taken care of. You have a Jeep paid for. There is not a single point, in my opinion, that this husband can make when it's time for this boy to go to the next level of a graduate degree, a Juris Doctorate. Like, what?
But what's so fucking funny to me is they're used to Simone having these loud ass outbursts.
Yes.
But what her clown ass probably did, and I hope you see this, Simone, because I hope that me calling you a clown put some fire up under your motherfucking feet to go do what you need to do to choose your own peace. What I feel like happened is they probably convinced her that by him getting a Tesla, she wouldn't have to pay for gas no more. She probably thought that was a win. She probably considered it a win. They beat her up about getting him another car, but if you're gonna buy another car, buy him an electric car. And she did.
And Bow came with tax write-offs too.
Yes. You see what I'm saying? So they hate it for her.
That's so unfortunate. But to me, I can't even really feel bad for you, Simone, even though I really want to. I can't feel bad for you because I feel like you have the power in a situation, just like Contessa. Like, you disempower yourself by getting upset, screaming and hollering, raising your pressure when you could really just simply stop doing things. Like, I don't know, y'all. I feel like I'm very, very grateful to be only 37 and kind of understand that I'm not going to be raising my voice at anybody, especially not in no situation like that. I'm either doing it or I'm not fucking doing it. And if you stress me out too much, I'm not fucking doing it. There ain't nothing to talk about. We ain't about to be doing all of this.
Right. I agree. And that's where I can't 100% be on Simone with Simone on this, because you did not set the proper boundaries ahead of time. No. Why is it that you're coming to us at this point, a year later, going off on your son for spending $60,000 on your credit card when you literally just was over at their house having to clean that bitch up? Like, that's not making sense to me. And you did not set boundaries. And it's a situation where y'all parents let your kids get away with so much shit. Then when you're finally fed up, you want to sit up here and go crazy and get to yelling and stuff. That's why they kind of sometimes look at y'all like y'all a joke. I know I used to when I was younger, especially like coaches and stuff. When my coaches then put their foot down, and then now I be looking like, who you talking to? Like, you're a joke at that point a little bit. And that's why your sons be treating you like that, because you ain't set the boundaries. And then the thing that I would have had to, like, me and Cecil would have been thumping a little bit, because it's the lack of support and reinforcement. And it's so clear, even with the Quad and Simone situation, right? He never sees it from Simone's point of view, right? And I understand some people be like, oh, Simone wrong, she loud, this and that. But at the end of the day, anybody that has a partner and you go into your partner about some of the issues and they don't even see your side, not even trying to be willingly understand where you're coming from and automatically being over there, like you're an op.
Yeah,
and Cecil has operated like an op too many times, and it's sad, and I can't stand it. But
I'm telling y'all, I think he really does resent her for making him let go of his friendship with that lady. I really do, and I think in moments like that, that's where that comes out, like this resentment of her that I gotta stay with you, but I don't get to like be happy. So that means that when it's time for me to be on your side, I'm not gonna be on your side. I also think, and this is something else I've been talking about this week, men that emote a very pathetic energy that it's like they want you to feel sorry for them. And so a lot of times women fall for this, and the men are doing it on purpose. They know you feel sorry for them. They know that if they look pitiful and they look sad, then it's going to pull on your heartstrings and they're going to be able to manipulate you. And that's what I think about Cecil. Cecil walks around looking pathetic, sad in the eyes.
That's to make her look bad, though.
It's not, it's to make her look bad, but it's also to make her feel bad. It's also a way to like have other people looking at her like, what you doing to that man for him to be looking like that? That type of shit.
And I feel like, and you may have kind of mentioned this, but I feel like it's an opportunity when I'm thinking about how Cecil shows up. Like, she's in control with so many things that's the opportunity that you have to kind of bring her down to size just a little bit. You're wrong in this or you know what I'm saying? Because she's like literally head of household in so many other areas, right? What she has to say goes in so many different ways. Just like she said, you can't speak for me because you don't think like me. I said 1000%, because that means that all that y'all have is because of how Simone thinks and how she's likely been working. But all in all, I feel like he may use those times intentionally to be a op. To bring her down to size a little bit. I don't care about how soft he talks. No, none of that. He can get on social media with as many paragraphs as he wants. Sir, we've seen it. I do want to get into this live real quick.
Okay.
Let's check out this real quick.
Feel like Camille Grammer tonight, watching the show. And for the people that watch Bravo will know what I'm talking about. But
I watch a lot of Bravo, and I watch Camille Grammer on Housewives of Beverly Hills. Explain what you mean by saying you feel like Camille Grammer.
Where Kelsey Grammer basically put her on the show because he was going to get a divorce.
And so you felt like this season you were on the show so that I could get a divorce.
He felt like watching the episode tonight.
Watching the episode tonight and watching what happens live. He imagined like, I could see how Camille Grammer felt.
Yes, I felt.
And I don't think. I mean, if I were on and I was saying the same thing, when I had the interview with Carlos King, if I had got on there and said the same stuff that you were saying, you would be hurt. And I think you'd have to admit that. And so the only thing I'll say is this, and this is where reality TV sometimes isn't all reality, because they only show, so that scene they only showed probably about 5 minutes, and we filmed that scene for probably close to an hour. So there was a lot of stuff said. There was a lot of things that went on behind the scenes that you don't get to see.
I didn't even think about, like, honestly, for me, sorry to cut you off. I didn't even, like, facts. You're right. And me and Mama talked about that, but I didn't even think to bring that up. Like, I almost forgot about, like, what the conversation was about.
What
that really
wasn't
don't matter.
said with breaking the fourth wall was so irrelevant anyway. And Cecil, to act like that I've never said at all off camera this season about the fact that we were having difficulties. It was getting difficult for me to deal with those difficulties. It's exhausting that you can never see my point of view when dealing with the boys. You throw me under the bus with the boys. You disrespect me when it comes to.
I don't think Dad's saying that he.
Well, Camille Grammer was caught completely off base when Kelsey wanted to divorce her.
Fair.
And that's one of them. And then the other one is when the son got the test.
Guys, like, and this is what I talked about with my mom, guys. This is what I talked about with my mom. Everyone's argued or had a disagreement with their mother. One, what our disagreement about is to be different because that's going to pertain to our family. One. Two, we happen to be on a reality TV show for you all to watch and feel obligated to give your opinion. And
We had a real moment on national.
yeah,
TV,
and that was a
bottom line.
genuine and something me and my mom talked about. After that moment, me and my mom probably didn't talk for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That was a genuine argument that we had that we hadn't had before. And it happens. That's life. That's our family. I love my mom. We were just in New York having a blast. That me and her, we were just in New York having a blast. So and we got, so everybody say what up to Miles. Miles kind of ducked in there in a heated, hot moment. What up, baby? Get you some love, Miles. Miles, get you some love, boy.
I'll just like say the comment. I don't speak. Well, they were in the middle of something, but that had nothing to do with me. But love
You
y'all.
don't
guys.
matter.
Miles is funny, y'all. Miles is funny. As the longer we on the show, the more y'all gonna see it. That's a funny guy, bro, and he's involved in the family just like we're all involved in the family. We're 4 peas in a pod. Like that's how it works. We all have our relationships with each other, and it makes our family go. So what y'all see, it don't matter, bro. We know what we got going on. Law school. We gonna get it figured out. In case y'all are wondering, I don't drive a Jeep anymore. I drive a Tesla. So bow.
Don't do that.
No, see now you done stirred up some shit. Now
Don't do that.
My bad.
Yeah. So that's what the
You
weird.
notice how she said at the kitchen table, if I live to see it, or I might die before. She know that they stressing her out. Yeah, and that's crazy that it's a real fear that you've given so much and you'll never reap the benefits. That's honestly what she was telling Contessa. You're 29, he ain't gonna change. So same way, you gonna be a maid. A maid.
So sad for the women because it's like it's right there, girl. It's right there. Like you really could have it. It could all be taken care. Because to me, I think what she's mad about now is the fact that if she would have divorced him back when the shit originally went down, they would have recovered. They would be friends. He would be living on his own. She probably wouldn't be as responsible for the boys because I believe he hadn't retired yet at that time. So if she had like broken up with him before he retired, it wouldn't have been as hard for her. She would have been able to go and get her little condo, and the kids would be by her sometimes. They would be by him sometimes. He would have his own shit going on, and they probably would be great friends. But because you let Jackie and everybody else convince you to stay in a marriage, because that's what y'all do. Y'all always try to convince people to stay in fucked up ass marriages. Here y'all are. I feel like low-key hating each other, and I think it's fucked up because I think that Cecil and Simone probably at some level are really good friends when they're not resenting each other for the choices they've refused to make for themselves.
Right.
And I would add to that to say that even if they would have gotten that divorce and they were friends, I have every reason to believe that Simone would still show up for him financially as she has for all of these years. So I honestly, I think the only good thing would have been, you pissed me off, I ain't talking to you. I'm finna go over here, right? And she ain't got to be bothered with him being in her space. But honestly, she still would allow him to deplete her financially because that's her kid's dad, right?
I don't think she would have done that with him. I think she would have done it with the kids. It would have been worse. She would have felt.
She needs boundaries. This is so easy. This is such an easy fix. No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. That's it. That's all it would take. And stand on it. Don't let them motherfuckers emotionally manipulate you into changing your mind, because that's what I think. That's what happened. They emotionally manipulated her into changing her mind because he said they didn't talk for a minute. And to me, it was given like, y'all see how heavenly over there, daddy? Do you think you can talk to him for me? Girl.
Coming home sounded like
Girl, I don't know.
Michael
Somebody
Jackson.
A baby.
grandmother, like, girl.
Sounding like a baby. Anything else on Married to Medicine? All right. That wraps that up. We thank you guys so much for being here for our final episode of 2025. All right. Yeah. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of the great things. Okay. Make sure you guys are subscribing to all of our channels. You're subscribing and following us on social media, all of the great things. Okay. You might have a treat in store next year. We shall see. Okay. So just make sure that you're following us and stay up to date with what's going on. And that's just on P. All right. I love you guys much. Have a great one because we out. Bye.